All right, welcome back, folks. We're going to continue with the Master of Orion game with the Bulrathi. So this is part 2. And we're going to go ahead and load this up from where we were last time. Last time the audio shut down. The audio has been really wonky all day today. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that you guys at least can hear. I actually have no audio right now, but you guys can hear it. All right, so the main thing that was happening at the last time that we... so there are kind of two things going on. We ran a pretty successful land grab. We were able to get all the planets on this northeastern side of the map. Just narrowly missed out on these planets, but that's okay. And we're still building up the newest dead colonies that were recently picked up. So out of the other races, the Klakons were erratic in this game. They declared war, so we were at war with them. The Meklar we're actually on good terms with, but the Meklar were able to scout this world here, Smoky. And so they are sending population transports to invade. The good news is we're the Bulrathi, so we should be able to fight them off. And we'll also have some ships to shoot down. These transports should get there in time before they get there. So that's good news. Yeah, and so otherwise, let me just cycle around to my planets to see what's going on while we're here. Because it's been a little bit. All right, so yeah, I'm building these laser fighters so that they can shoot down more of the incoming transports. Pooh is doing research. It has 5 missile bases. Smoky is, just building up its factories right now from the reserve. Maximinus is probably going to go to research because it'll be up to 5 bases. Grizzly's building bases. This is my most exposed world at the moment, right next to this Klakon colony. Doesn't have many ships there, fortunately. Does have bases. So this is a new world, Ruxpin. Picnic basket. Yeah, that's right. I was feeding these worlds with population transports. So this will be, we're just trying to max these worlds out as quickly as possible. So just doing research here. This is feeding the reserve. Artifacts worlds are on research, as you'd expect. They're pretty much carrying the research load. Another new world that's trying to get stood up. And that's all of them. So what are we doing in terms of tech? 1200? That's not bad for this stage of the game, thanks to those artifacts worlds, especially because we're doing a fair amount of base building. So we're about to pick up... all right, so Scatterpack V's is going to help a lot, and Classified Planetary Shield. I'm going to be much safer once these two come in. And after that, we're going to need... So we have the fusion bomb. We're going to need some kind of laser to think about going on the offensive. We've got the fusion bombs, which is nice. We're also a fair distance away, but this is going to be a huge tech when it comes in as well. Plus 40, we're going to go from plus 10 to plus 40. So that's 30 million more people on every planet. Construction we recently hit in, and computers we recently hit in. Okay, I also am going to want that space scanner. So the other thing I had said I did was when that tech came in, I was going to start getting some spy reports. So let's start doing that. So we're going to turn on spying, and we're just going to try to get a basic report. They're allied with the humans. See, that's unfortunate because that could bring the humans into war against me as well. I'm not scared of that. The humans have 1 planet. They're very weak in this galaxy, but always best to... I tried to get them... Like, we're on very good terms. I tried to get them to break their alliance with the Klakons. I think I failed. And we have a council vote coming up in 6 turns. I should be up against the silicoids, so I think I'm relatively safe. I'm still not in contact with them. It would be good to get in contact with them just so I can get some more Diplo information. All right, so we built some more of those laser fighters. Now, do they make it there in 1 turn? No, it takes them 2 turns to get there. Even with the relocation, it takes them an extra turn to get there. I think it's going to be 2 more turns for them to reach Smoky. And apparently Maximinus did not finish its missile base, even though it said it would. Oh, well. Okay. So the main thing we're doing right now is allocating reserve spending to these little worlds. So, like, this transport's going to get Zios up to its max. All right. I don't have a ton of money to spend in the reserve, but what I do have, I want to spend. These planets develop so much faster when you use reserve spending on them. So Picnic Basket's going to get maxed out. All right, there we go. So yeah, it's already, with reserve spending, it's already up to 10 factories a turn, and it can only hold 70 right now, so that'll be Then it's going to have to build a lot of bases after that. Meanwhile, Ruxpin can probably terraform this turn. I still got more pop transfer. I should probably have Teddy send another 10 million there. Oh, it can't quite terraform in one turn, so we'll have it do it over 2 turns. Wait, is there no... Okay, there's no pollution here because there's no factories yet. All right. Let's have you send 8 million, and that should max it out by the time you get over there. In the 5 turns it takes to get over there, it'll max out. I'll just do the rest in research. There we go. 2, 2, 2. All right, that'll work for that turn. Yes, I just started Zalson. If you can't hear me in Google Chrome, kill the utility audio process. What the heck? Like I said, it's been a weird day for audio stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too worried about smoke. Wait, did I do reserve spending here? I don't think I did reserve spending here at Smoky. No, I didn't. I mean, it'd be awesome if we could build a missile base, but I don't think we can build a base before they get here. So I'm going to have to rely on these laser fighters. Because I only have 6 factories. Okay. So keep an eye on this. We'll see how much closer it gets. It was like even with the green star this turn. I think it's still a couple turns away from arriving. Yeah, it's only moving at 1 parsec per turn. We got a lot of time before it gets there. They must not have very good engines yet. Okay, so Teddy remaxes. No surprise there. Picnic basket probably doesn't need reserve spending. It's already at half factories. Now it's at full stuff. All right. Meanwhile, Ruxpin does need reserve spending. All right. How much waste? Does it produce any waste right now? It produces like a trickle. So we need 25 more to finish terraforming. Come on, clicking is hard. All right, so it'll be finished terraforming. It'll be 45. Again, a small world, but like size 45 isn't all that great. But once we finish the next terraforming tech plus 40, it'll be 75, and that's strong enough to be a pretty good planet. It's also very good that the kitties have been leaving us alone. Like if the kitties came after us with that fleet, we'd be in some trouble. The reason why I'm not doing a lot of base building is I want to push research. I'm actually safer by finishing researching these techs and then building the planetary shields. So that's why I'm pushing research, even though it's slightly dangerous to be sitting around with like 1 base on Teddy and 1 base on Udir. And I'm also somewhat confident that the cats who are at war with all these other... Oh, them being in alliance with the silicoids is not ideal, because that means they'll vote for them in the next election. I still don't have any info on the Clacons yet. Haven't gotten a spying penetration yet. At least the Mechlars are at war with everyone. They're at war with the silicoids, who I'm probably going to be up against in the council. Let's see if we can get them to declare war on the silicoids. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they said no. I would like personal deflector shield. I don't have I don't have this tech. Controlled toxic. Let's say no for right now. Maybe later in the game. So fusion bombs will get through. Bombs will get through. Lasers really don't get through. So again, it depends on what's. I don't know what's on any of these enemy ships yet. I should probably work to try to find out actually. So I'll switch you and your minimal output over to research. And we definitely want to keep spending at Smoky, because it costs almost nothing in terms of reserve spending, and it really speeds up the colony's development. All right, 8.5 factories. Can only hold 60. And here at Ziost, 2. And did I already take care of Ruxpin this turn? Yeah, I already addressed Ruxpin. Picnic basket's okay for this turn. All right, let's hope we get some of these techs to pop soon. But yeah, the cats seem to be leaving me alone. like I said, they're at war with a lot of other people, so it's not as scary as it could be. All right, 135. That's gonna give me 150 laser fighters. That should be enough to shoot down most of those transports. And the ones that don't get through, I'm the bears. I'm not that worried. All right, let's have you go over to research. We're at 1500 RP right now. Again, hoping to get some of these. My missile bases will be way more fearsome with Scatterpack Vs. It's literally 5 times the damage of Hyper Vs. That's what Scatterpack is. It's you get 5 Hyper Vs at once. Very powerful tech very powerful defensive tech early in the game. All right, so meanwhile, just going to keep distributing some reserve spending to these worlds. I actually should probably have the reserve spending switch over from forbearance, because the amount that Udyr is providing is not really enough. Udyr is a smaller world. And here, we finished terraforming. Note that the 8 colony transports are incoming. Still a little ways away, but they're on their way. Yes, because I didn't have quite enough to send max reserve to Ruxpin that turn. And Picnic Basket only needs about 3 or 4 more turns to finish its... Yeah, Pinnick Basket, which I misspelled. Bear Force 1. Alright. Yep. On we go. I should have checked to see if my spies got through last turn. Alright, so this will probably put us in contact with the silicoids. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. So I could have opted to pick up the sublight drives at the previous tech level, which would have given me warp 3 movement, warp 3 speed. Instead, the only option to move the tree forward is range 8, which is going to be a completely and utterly useless tech, but I can't move forward unless I pick it. Really, really a bit unlikely. Alright, that means that they're aggressive based on that intro. Pretty sure that that's the message you get. Alright, so now we finally have contact with everyone. Also, we got a spy through with the Klakon, so let's see what they've got. Nothing too important in computers, just kind of standard battle computer and ECM techs. Wow. Very good ground combat bonuses. They have Zortrium and armored exoskeleton, so that's good. Their force field tech is absolute garbage, though. This is nice. This means it'll be easy to get through their bases. They do have death spores. They have plus 30. They have controlled inferno. Their engines, they do have sublight drives. Ooh, dangerous weapons. So their ship-to-ship weapons are weak, but they have both fusion. They have fusion beam. They have Omega V-bomb. Ugh. That's pretty scary. The scary thing is the Omega V-bomb. That's not good at all. Let's get a spy report on the silicoids next. Let's see. So, oh, they're erratic in this game. Oh, okay. Can't count on them for anything then. Erratic. I don't think I'm even going to bother signing them up to a trade deal because of that. Yeah, it looks like they will be my opponent, because I think they have more population than the Klakons, based on what I can see. My computer tech is not good enough to try stealing from them. It would just be a waste of time. Alright. I am not surprised that they said no to that, but... Now, terraforming plus 20 would be nice. Also, personal deflector shield would also be nice, too. Well, I'm definitely not giving them fusion bombs. I don't mind giving them battle suits for that. I don't think I want to give them the range tech, because I don't think I'm actually in range of their worlds right now. But I don't mind giving them this, especially when playing as the bears. So we both got better at ground combat, both of us. Alright. Go with that for now. Alright. So they're at war with a lot of people, which is good. So the Mechlars will vote for me because they're at war with the Silicoids. The humans would also vote for me because they're at war. The Klakons would, but they're at war. They will vote for the Silicoids. Even though they're at war with them, they'll vote for the Silicoids because they're at war with me. I would very much like to end the war with the Klakons. Odds of stealing tech are based on your computer level. My computer tech is not that high right now. No, I'm not surprised they said no. Usually you have to do some damage before they'll be willing to do anything. Alright. I very much would like the humans to break their alliance with the Klakons, but I can't talk to them right now. Right now they would vote for me. The problem is the humans could up and declare. The humans could say their alliance requires them to attack me at any point in time. Anyways, my key defensive techs are still haven't popped yet. Oh, and we should look at the map. We should see how many okay, yeah, the Silicoids look like they're the biggest competition. Look, they've got the whole southwest corner of the galaxy locked down. I actually don't think they have the range to reach me right now, though, because they were asking for range 7's tech. Yeah, it's one of the cool things about this game. Like, the AI can just literally say, we're not interested in talking to you. Similarly, if you, like, the way tech trades work is you have to ask them for, like, they make the deal, not you. You can't just, like, min and max it. You ask for a tech, and then they tell you what they're willing to trade for it. So it's not nearly as manipulatable as it is in other games. All right. So we're just going to keep pumping up these little planets. Smoky, which already has half its missile base, half its factories done. I mean, it's going to build 12 factories this year, so it's almost got those factories in place. And we'll put whatever's left over. Like Picnic Basket's almost done its factories. And I'll start, then it'll be on defensive stuff for a long time. And this, yeah, Ruxpin's a little further away since it was the last one to be settled. Okay. All right. Spent the week reading old reports on my site in Syrian. Is Syrian's website back up again? Because it was down for a long time. All right. Well, there's the scatter packs. Nice. So we need some kind of weapon. We don't need Merculites, we just got Scatter Pack. So Hard Beam, I guess, is our only choice. It's not my favorite weapon, but it's decent. Like, you can use it for ship-to-ship combat. So we don't really have much of a choice there. Let's see. All right, so we had one more turn. Oh, apparently we had enough overflow production that someone finished a laser somewhere. All right, so these are going to arrive at Smoky this turn. We're the Bears. We got the defense bonus. We have good ground combat techs. We should shoot down a decent number of them. So hopefully we'll be okay here. Still haven't gotten a spying report through yet. I really hope they'll break that alliance with the Silicoids at some point, but I've already tried. Oh, wait, did I? I'm still spying on them. I did not mean to keep spying on them. I just wanted to get a tech report, and that's all. I also would like to talk to the humans, but they won't. So the only other thing I can think of is I really do not want to fight the Mechlar. Let's see if we can upgrade our trade agreement and maybe get a non-aggression pact. Oh, okay. We didn't want a non-aggression pact, but at least we upgraded our... At least we upgraded our trade agreement. So that's going to cause my planets to be negative in income. So I just had to spend. So we're going to have to adjust spending now. It's one of the more annoying things. Now all my worlds are going to say waste because that we upgraded our trade agreement there. I have to go through and reallocate spending. So Grizzly's at... I'll put it on tech for this turn, at least until I finish that. I'm gonna have to, all these worlds are gonna have to build missile bases, or planetary shields after this. All right, so there we go. Yeah, cuts in, so that cut into our income. It takes a long time for those trade routes to become positive. All right. So meanwhile, at Smoky, it's probably the most important world to put reserve spending on, since it's the one that's directly coming under attack. Look, the defensive base is down. I probably should have swapped and built a defensive base here, because I think it could have gotten one done if I'd switched over a turn or two earlier. Oh well, too late now. Instead we built factories. Factories aren't going to do anything to defend, of course. And I'll put the rest in Ruxpin. Ruxpin's getting like the leftovers in terms of reserve spending. Yeah, it only has 28 factories. It can get up to 90, so it's still a ways away. Meanwhile, Picnic Basket only needs 15 more factories, so it'll be done in 2 turns. All right, so this is going to be a council vote here. I should be safe, based on what I know. I should be up against the Silicoids. Pretty sure so let me see if I can predict how everybody's going to vote. Let's see how accurate this is. So Silicoids will vote for themselves. Mercians are going to vote for them because they're in an alliance. Clacons are going to vote for them because they're at war with me. Meklar will vote against them, and humans will vote against them or abstain. So I should be fine. Oh, what's this? So we got the class 5 planetary shield. I'll take class 5 deflectors over repulsors. I'm not even sure if repulsors would advance the tree. Oh, okay, so we just shot them all down. Okay, that works. I guess we had enough. But the Mercian, the kitty, is moving a ship into my space. Alright, so as expected, I'm against the Silicoids. So, as predicted, because of that alliance, they vote for the Silicoids. They vote for themselves, no surprise. Humans vote for me. I said they'd either vote for me or abstain. Clacons vote for them because they are at war with me. I pulled the Meklar's votes, and I definitely cannot vote for the... Yeah, 8 votes would for sure win the game for them, so I'm going to have to abstain. So yeah, 22 out of 35 is a little dangerous, though. It's only slightly away from winning there. Yeah, he was at 63% there, so hopefully the diplomatic situation will change a little bit before the next vote. All right, so this is not good. Kitty is coming straight for me, apparently. I don't know which world, but I suspect it's Udir. And unfortunately, this is a terrible time for me to have finished. This is a really bad time for me to have just finished the planetary shield, because now I have to build the shield. And I can't do that. I don't think I can build the shield in time. Pretty sure this is going to Udir. Could also be Teddy. So this is really bad timing because the shields are expensive to build, unfortunately. So yeah, this is not good, unfortunately. Do I still have a reserve? I have a small reserve, which I'm definitely going to use here. But I don't think I can get the planetary shield up in time. This is a case of the tech like not quite lining up the way I want. So yeah, most of these worlds. All right, so I'm not spending reserve on these planets now. D6. Okay. Only needs 4 more factories. So now we're going to get the planetary shields up basically everywhere. Every world even remotely exposed is going to be working on these. Oops, I need to... Forbearance can feed the reserve for right now. I think they're heading to Udir, so that's where I'm going to send my spending, but I can't double the production there. I need to get more in reserve. If I have 3 turns, maybe it'll be enough. Let's try to get our ships up there too. 2 turns, 3 turns. I don't think we have 3 turns, but we'll try to get them up there. Really don't want to take my artifacts worlds off, but I need more reserve spending. So we're going to try this. Have we gotten a report here yet? Nope, still don't have a report. Okay. Still hoping I can talk to the humans. Like the Mercians I want as an ally right now. No, this game doesn't use the Civ 2 engine. This is its own thing. So keep an eye on this. It was... Just trying to like block in my memory. It's almost exactly in the middle here as of this turn. We'll get a better sense for where it's headed next. Yep, it's definitely headed there. Fortunately, it's slow. I think we've got 2 more turns. I actually think we have enough time to get the shield done now. This made me feel a lot better. It's only moving, I think, at warp 1. This is one of the biggest weaknesses in the AI in the default game. Some of the unofficial fan patches are much... The AI does not use speed very well at all. It tends to overload its ships with too many... like too much stuff. Actually, no. Actually, do I have 2 turns? Definitely headed for Udir. Can we get this done? We will finish the planetary shield. It'll depend on what's on those ships. I sure hope we have 1 more turn here, because 1 more turn will allow this to arrive. I don't know if that's going to be if it's going to arrive in time though. Smokey needs a ship, yeah. Send a scout. I'm sure we have extra scouts somewhere. I can send one. It looks weird when there's no ships over a world. Yeah, we can do that. All right. So yeah, we're just trying to build up these. So Teddy's almost got its planetary shield done too. You'll be working on the shield, and Ruxpin is almost done with factories. Actually, no, it still has a way to go. It's a bigger planet. That's right. And I've got Zionist and Smokey working on. All right. Did what I could. I sent as much reserve spending to that world as possible. We have a scouting report. Oh, look, the Silicoids no longer have an alliance with the Mercians. That's nice. So let's see what they've got. They've got Robotics 3. I would sure like that. That would be really big, would be to get Robotics 3. That would allow me to put... you could then have 3 factories per pop point instead of 2 factories per pop point. The AI correctly values it very highly, though. Otherwise, they've got a lot of construction tech for some reason. Oh, I see why. They drew the industrialist personality of this game. That's why they have so much construction tech. Yep, I still have something going into research. Good question, but I do. I have my 1 artifacts world in the back lines, doing that so I don't lose my accumulated interest. Good question. So yeah, they have a ton of construction tech. Their weapons are not terribly scary, though. Just mass drivers and Merculites. I have enough shielding that they can't do a whole lot there. Yeah, 2 erratic opponents. Makes for an interesting game. Well, again, since they're going to declare war at some point, let's see if we can get that improved industrial from them. Or Robotics 3, excuse me. So they didn't even offer it as an option. I don't have anything that they want enough to make that offer. And there's really nothing here I want either. No. Bye. So they're not willing to trade it because the AI values it very highly, which it should. And yeah. Okay, so let's get a scouting report on Kitty next. And I would love to see if I could get some kind of a better trade agreement. Yep, as Rayson suggested, swapping the spying over. All right, let's see if we can get a non-aggression pact. Nope, not interested. Boy, she has lousy tech, or at least there's very little she wants to trade for. She was willing to trade for nuclear engines. She might only have Warp 1 tech here. All right, well, we'll see what the scouting report says. The fact that alliance between Silicoids and Mercians disappeared is really nice. Also, the alliance has been broken between humans and Klakons. That's pretty nice. All right. So we've done what we can. Let's hope we have 1 more turn here at Udir. I don't know if we have that extra turn or not. Looks like we do. Nice. Nice. That's what we needed. All right. So Teddy is going to build more bases, but I'm going to put Teddy on... I have Teddy on the reserve for right now because I want to get a base built here at Forbearance. It's been feeding the reserve the last couple turns. So let's have you swap over to Shield. Udir is going to spend the reserve that we popped in. Use it for bases. So we can build a missile base. Can we get two if we... All right, so here's something you can do. I can go into waste spending for one turn. So we'll run up a small amount of waste, but I can then clean that up the following turn. This will get us up to 3 bases instead of 2. I think that's worthwhile to do. So now I'm going to have Forbearance build its base. Licky, instead of feeding the reserve, I'm going to have it build its shield. And Lima will be the only one doing research right now. I will put one base and a shield up on these worlds. You always want at least the planetary shield on every planet, just in case the AI would suddenly target your backlines. Because if you have to stop to build the shield, you're not going to be able to get bases up in time. All right, so Pooh will be able to finish the shield. Most of these other smaller worlds are still working on it, though. They're expensive to build, but they're really priceless. They're the whole reason why it's hard to attack planets. Fortunately, Ruxpin and Picnic Basket weren't targeted. Like, can you imagine if the Mercians went after those worlds instead? They're fortunately being left alone at the moment. Said they went after Udir for whatever reason. So, like, we're not doing any real research at the moment. We're just preventing our investment from being lost. Yeah, I already put in as much reserve as possible. You can, there's a limit. You can only double a planet's production. That's it. You can't do anything more than double it in a turn. All right. All right, so we're going to have this. Let's see what the battle is at Udir. Fortunately, we got our ships there and we got our missile base up. So let's find out what's on these ships. All right, so the big thing is to scan. Okay, so heavy ion. Does that do enough damage to get to the shields? I think the heavy ion does, but not by a lot. Fortunately, yeah, see, this is the AI not using speed. All right, so here's the good news. They have no missile defense 1. They are very slow, speed 1, and they are not well shielded. They only have 1 shield, so this is good news in that sense. So you note that the population dropped. It's a max 65 world. It dropped because I had some waste. I dropped... Oh, wait, it didn't actually finish the missile base. Huh. I guess when the population dropped, it was just short of enough. Oh, well. So we're going to look to fire at these guys. The colony ships are irrelevant, so we could ignore them. We need to deal with the heavy ions. So how much damage do heavy ions do? I can't remember if it's close to being enough to get through my missile base. I'm just going to pull it up here. I've got the Master of Orion spec sheet. I can't remember the exact number. I know that the normal ions are 3 to 8. I can't remember what heavy is. Heavy, it's 3 to 15. Okay, they can't hit me. They can't damage me here. It's 3 to 15 on the heavy ion. Okay. So the way it works is lasers, like laser-based weapons, beam weapons, they're officially called. They do half damage against planetary objects. So I have 8 points of shielding. They do 3 to 15, so that gets halved to 2 to 8, and so they can't get through. Anyway, so we're gonna shoot down. We're just gonna rely on shooting them down with our missile base. We're not gonna do much damage, but well, with 1 shield, we'll do some damage. So we're gonna go to War Cats first because they're less well shielded, and I don't want my ships to get killed. So I'm just going to moving through the missile. See if I can get them to chase this. I don't actually want them to be able to shoot at this because they would kill a fair number of ships. I only have lasers. That missile is really annoying. Let's get them out of here. See, those asteroids are annoying. They should retreat. Yeah, I was like, they should retreat at this point. We managed to kill 2 of their ships. Yep. See, they retreated because they couldn't do any damage. They were only there because they were trying to hit my ships. All right. Yeah, if the asteroid field hadn't eaten the missiles, oh well. So we pushed back that attack. That's good news. Now we're going to need to clean up the So we lost 4 pop points. We're going to need to clean that up. Also, I want to regrow that population. Oh, wait, what the? Whoa, down to pop 20 max. Holy cow. How did we take that much waste? Okay, well, that was more waste than... Ugh, that was not worth it at all. We didn't even finish the second missile base. I didn't think I'd get that much waste. So that was not worth it. So we're going to have to regrow this population. That's way more waste than I was expecting. Oh, well. I made a mistake there, obviously, in retrospect. You get back to max pop, yeah. Okay, well, I know that we get back there, but it's still annoying. Okay, so I'm going to move these laser ships forward because I'm not... Now that I've got the missile base up, Udyr and Teddy are safe. But these worlds over here, like Picnic Basket and Ruskin, are still exposed. So Teddy's got its base up. Forbearance should have its base. No, I guess it's still working on it. Licky's still working on it. Some of these smaller worlds, though, I think are just about done. Actually, Ziost and Smokey are gonna need to be there for a while. Wait, did Pooh finish its base? Yes, or its shield, yes. All right, let's get up to 10 bases there. Make me feel safer if I could get up to about 10 bases. We're going to try to get up to a decent missile base counts on some of these worlds, and we'll feel safer. I'll feel safer once that's the case. All right. So now Ruxpin can take some of the reserve again. Try to finish up with these factories. So yeah, this is why you have to spend on waste cleanup. You don't want this happening. Udyr has become toxic. Yeah, seriously. All right, let's see if we've gotten a spying report. They're back to being in an alliance with the Silicoids again. The main reason I'm worried about that is there's no guarantee that the Silicoids, being erratic, won't pop into war with me. Humans. Let me see if I can dial up relations with the humans. Again, I'm not really scared to give them tech because they're so weak. I guess it could be stolen from the other players. But, like, I would like to stay on good terms with them. Like, I'd love to get a non-aggression pact. Alright. What was that? Did he say we had broken deals in the past? I think I clicked through that too quickly. I have not broken any deals, as far as I can tell. Huh. That's disappointing. Interesting. I didn't think that I'd broken any deals, as far as I can tell. Oh well. So I don't know what that was about. For the moment, no one seems to be coming to attack me. I'd love to get rid of that. Alright, so Udyr did manage to rebuild. Okay. Let's get some more bases. This is a frontline world. It needs more bases. Grizzly as well. I'd feel better with more bases there. Thrax would definitely be the target to attack. The problem is it's got 25 bases, so yeah, we don't really have a fleet right now. All these little worlds here. This trio of little worlds all still building their planetary shield. Yeah, those planetary shield's expensive. Takes a while for the smaller planets to build. All right. So Ruxpin was going to max out here, and then we need to get its planetary shield up. Nope, not ships. Planetary shield. It'll be nice when I have the next scanner tech. Improved space scanner, it lets you see where the enemy ships are going, so you can tell if something's coming after you. The other big tech is this planetology. Plus 40 is going to be enormous. With me having... All right, so how many worlds do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's worth 4 more council votes right there. Because on 12 worlds, 30 million more pop on each. 12 times... Yeah, that's like 4 more council votes right there. Udyr reforms pretty fast. Yeah, so the Klakons broke. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything, but apparently there's... Well, at least we have good relations. Like, if you look at them, we're up to amiable. So that's good. Oh, and we've got info on the merchants. All right. So let's see. So they have Robotics 3. That's nice. I would love to get that tech. Maybe I can trade them plus 40 for it when I finish that. So I would love to steal it. The problem is I don't really want, if I like try to steal and fail, they might declare war, and that would be bad. I kind of need their support in the council right now. I didn't get it in the last election, but it would certainly help. Their weapons are not very strong. They're actually fairly weak. They would be a good target to go after. The problem is diplomatically. It'd be a little tricky to go after them diplomatically right now. Let's get the Merchant or the Meklar spying report next. Yeah, a lot of the AIs have death spores. It's true. That is pretty scary. But it's not uncommon for the AI to be using death spores. It's one of the frustrating things in the game. The AI basically can use them with no penalty, but if you use them as the player, everyone hates you. You take a huge diplo penalty. All right. At least we're starting to get a better sense for what's out there. And yes, you really do need to watch the map between turns because you can snuff out, especially if you don't have a scanner. It's not as big of a deal if you have a scanner, but if you don't, it's a problem. All right, we need one base on Licky, and then it can go back to research. Forbearance also needs... Forbearance is not a frontline world, but I would like 5-ish bases there. I'd feel a lot safer. I tend to play pretty defensively in this game. It does, like, there's no benefit for fast finishes in this game, nothing like that. So I always don't see the need to, like, I don't know, try to push to finish quickly or something. I only want one base on these back two, but everything in front of Licky and Lima, I want at least 5 so that I can crash build more if needed later. With Scatter Pack and the Planetary Shield, it's definitely a lot safer. All right. So I've got a little reserve built up now. I'm going to stop reserve spending and have Teddy build its own defensive bases. And bases are starting to eat up a fair amount of my income. That's fine. I've been as high as like 20% before on missile-based spending. Okay. So yeah, right now I'm just like trying to watch the AI, see if anything's incoming, keeping an eye on diplomacy because I don't want to lose the next council vote. The biggest thing I'd like to do right now is I really, really wish I could get the Mercians on my side. They make such a natural ally in this game. Like, the only allies I feel like I have right now are the humans and the Meklar, and they're both pretty weak overall. Like, if Kitty I could flip to my side, that would be pretty big. Anyway. Definitely not time to go shipbuilding and go on the offensive yet. This? Oh, copyright protection. All right, so Maximinus has finished a shield. Nice, that makes it much safer. Pooh's at 8, almost ready to go back over to research. These little worlds, yeah, I mean, a world with 20 pop is not going to be able to shield anytime soon. That would be a place to do reserve spending. All right, forbearance. I'll send it back to research for right now. I only built a second base, but all right, it's all right. Because Udir is about ready to come off of base building too. Picnic Basket and Ruxpin are going to be doing nothing but building bases for quite a while, since they're very exposed and they're very small. So the thing, Archron, you learned Master Ryan watching me play. You play like I do. I learned by reading what Syrian did, who also plays a hyper-defensive style. So it's kind of like a lot of us learning from one person. Oh, look, there's an invasion over there. Did the humans get wiped out? Yay! I definitely did not want to be at war with them. See, they're fighting the Silicoids, so they actually are kind of a natural ally. The fact that they're fighting. I never wanted that war in the first place. The only reason it happened is because... Oh no, the humans got a second planet. What the? They're actually up to 2 worlds now. Looks like one of these is a Spud world. This one here. Yeah, this is just getting... So this is not really owned by anyone. This is a planet that's just getting passed back and forth constantly. It'll get taken over by the Meklar here. Yeah. Alright, so that's good news. We're no longer at war with these guys. They're still erratic, so we have no confidence that they will not go back to war again. But this means that they would actually vote for me in the council right now because they're at war with the Silicoids. Yeah, I would prefer not to be fighting them if possible. Yeah, so that's good news. Now, do we have a report on the Meklar yet? Oh, we do. Oh, well, they're playing defensive this game. Class 10 planetary shields, class 5 deflectors. They're kind of suck at everything else, though. Maybe I'll be able to trade for the biotoxin antidote eventually. Yeah, boy, they're pretty weak at everything. Like, they're very hard to attack. Look at all these 15 points of shielding on their bases. I have 8 right now. But everything else is pretty weak as far as they're concerned. They'd also be a decent target for theft because their computer tech's not that good. The problem is I don't want to try to steal stuff from them because if I got caught, it wouldn't be very good. Their bases are still firing nukes, yeah, seriously. So let's get a report on the humans because they're the last one we need. And once we get something, once we get plus 40, oh, they also have fusion drives. Those are two things I would really want: robotics 3 and fusion drives. But I don't really at the moment. I want to get through some more council votes, build up my position a bit more. I will be a lot stronger once I can terraform all my planets with plus 40, because I have so many little planets. You're moving on the easy side. It'd be fun to see a challenging one. Long term, the best target is probably either the Klakons or the Silicoids. Remember, the Silicoids don't do well in the late game. Or the humans may actually be a good one to devour. The humans are just so weak. They could be a good one to take out. Now, the problem is wiping them out would cause a major diplomatic penalty, but if I can get over a third of the council and get a veto block, it's not going to matter. So I'm trying to just like hold on here, play defensively until I can get a veto block. We'll see. For the moment, I think I'm building the bases. I've got a lot of small worlds that still need to develop. For the moment, I think playing defensively works better. Here's kind of, well, I'm thinking if I want to build more bases here. Yeah, I think I do. I think I want more than 5. At least Picnic Basket's going to finish its shield. Only size 35. So yeah, just playing defensively. It's true, and range concerns are also an issue. Like, it would be hard to attack the Silicoids. They're a little too far away right now. It'd be hard to go after them from this position. Still, diplomatically, things are looking up. At least until the next time an erratic civ declares war, which will happen sooner or later. Alright, Picnic Basket's got Planetary Shield. This is important first step. Teddy and Nadir are still working on their stuff. Alright, how about these worlds here? I've held off. Alright, Smokey's going to finish its shield too. That's nice. Pooh's up to 10. Let's set Pooh over to research. It's up to 10 bases. Grizzly's almost there. Pooh's actually a pretty good world. 85. Maximinus slowly building those bases. Again, once it gets up to 70 pop, it'll be a lot stronger. And Lima's working on its base right now. But we're back to doing some actual research again at 750. Oh, did we get a report on the humans? No. So they're allied with the Klakons again. Really don't want to be at war with the Klakons since they've got those Omega V bombs. Just trying to keep an eye on who's allied with whom. So far, no one's targeting me, which is almost always a good thing. All right, Smokey finished its shield. Now I can slowly work on building bases. So remember how this world was temporarily a human colony? Yeah, not anymore. It'll change. It'll keep changing hands for the moment. 28 bases on Thrax now. All right. So how close is Lima to finishing? All right, Lima will finish its shield this turn, and then it'll be able to go on to, it'll finish its defensive base shortly thereafter. All right, Teddy being at 5 is okay, I think, because Teddy is large enough it can crash build bases pretty quickly if it will get targeted. Come on, Planetology. Yep, still getting left alone. Oh, what's this? This is always bad. Oh, production ranking. Okay. We're 5th. I think that's in part because we don't have Improved Robotics 3 yet. All right, Ruxpin, good. Just work on them shields. All right, Lima just needs 1 shield. I can actually build 2. There we go. We'll just build that 1 shield there. All right, now we're back to doing real research again. Obviously, planetology is the one we're focused on, but that is the most expensive tech. We also have some other good stuff. Class V deflectors is going to be nice because that gets me up to 10 points of shielding. Also good for building ships. Class 5 shield on a large hull makes for some pretty good protection. This will be nice when we get improved robotics. The space scanner is going to be pretty important. This is a true dud tech, unfortunately. And weapons. We're going to need a better engine because right now we only have Warp 2. If we can get a better engine, we could actually start building ships because we've got a fusion bomb plus hard beam plus class 5 deflectors, and we have battle computer 3. Like, that's enough to do most. We have Duralloy. That's enough to build a decent ship. We just need faster movement. Like, you don't want to be crawling around at Warp 2. Also, invading enemy planets at Warp 1 is just incredibly painful. We're going to need at least, ideally, at least Warp 4. Did we get a report with the... All right, so we've got a report with the humans. Let's see what we can get. So they suck as far as tech goes. Like, really suck. They are very weak. They're not allied with anyone. We can actually steal from them. So I think we should probably try to do that. I would really like to get enhanced eco or reduced industrial waste. They're very weak. They're weak, and they're not allied with anyone at the moment. Now the thing is, they actually kind of like me, so I'm not sure. Do I want to like mess that up? Probably. Like their stuff, like enhanced eco and reduced industrial weight, 60% would both be useful. So we'll try to spy. We'll try spying with them. Their computer tech is so bad, it should be relatively easy to steal from them. Also, Kitty is on good terms with me. Let's try upgrading our trade deal. Humans should be good in force field tech, yeah. Let's try upgrading our trade deal. All right, good. So we just upgraded our relations with Kitty. So it doesn't look like they're going to be our first target. Humans seem more likely now. So now I've got my friends, the kitties. They actually end up they're almost always weak, so they often are actually pretty good allies because of their weakness. Like, you just find yourself allying with them because they're not a threat a lot of the time. All right, so I've got pretty substantial trade deals going on right now with the Meklar and who's the other one I have? And with Kitty, I just signed up to a big deal. Poor little Ziost. All right. So let's see what our trade situation is. Yeah, so we're at minus 79, but that's going to go up very quickly now that we have 2 big trade deals taking place. Just looked at that. This is what I wanted. Yeah, we've got good deals going on. Again, I'd love to get a non-aggression pact with the Meklar too. With being relaxed with them is quite nice. So enhanced eco is one of the waste cleanup techs. You clean up more waste. It's not as critical because I already have improved eco, which is the earlier version of that same tech, but it's always nice to get. Like, we're spending a fair amount on waste cleanup on some of our larger worlds. Like, we're spending maybe a quarter of our income on it, 20%. So being able to clean up a bit more of that would be nice. All right. That was a productive turn, I think. All right. And again, we seem to be getting left alone. I mean, everybody's at war except for us. So the AI's prioritizes obviously fighting people that it's already at war with. All right. So Lima can now go over to pure research again. 426. All right. Plus 40 is in the percentages. That's going to be, I keep repeating myself, but that's going to be a really big tech. And I actually really want the space scanner tech too. Back up to doing real research again, 1300. All right, Maximinus is up to 7 bases. Grizzly's about to hit 10. I want to swap it over. Smokey's finally going to build a base. Like I said, Smokey, Zion, Maximinus. Maximinus is reasonably well defended for its little size. Teddy's got 5. Udyr's at 7. I have finished a missile base at Picnic Basket. Ruxpin, 2. I will stop their base building to terraform them once that's the case. The gazillion ships all convoying in there. It's obviously the rally point for the cats. We went all the way from 2% to 3%. It's okay though. It'll hit sooner or later. All right, I think Udyr is okay for the moment. Built enough bases. I mean, hopefully it'll never need to use those bases. That's the ideal, but better safe than sorry. All right, so that gets us up to 1500 BC in research. So far, we haven't gotten a spy through against the humans. Oh, they upgraded their computer tech. Okay, that might be why. They went from BC2 to BC4. That might be the reason. And in fact, with that coming through, it would probably no longer worthwhile to spy on them, honestly. Let's keep tabs on the ones who actually matter. The silicoids and the clacons. And I think that's enough for right now. Again, I tried to trade for something, but I don't think I have anything the cats actually want right now. Humans keep allying with the clacons. Annoying. As long as the clacons aren't at war with me, I'm okay. I just have a feeling they're going to be at war with me again soon. Because they're erratic. And this is going to be bad. Okay. Events are almost always bad. So that cut our research on hard beam. We had about half done. So we lost all of our investment. Thank goodness it wasn't in planetology. That would have been quite bad. So we lost all our accumulated research. If we had lost all our accumulated research on planetology, that would have been incredibly sad. Anyway, so events are basically always bad. You never get anything good from an event in this game. Almost never. At least we didn't draw the worst one, the assassin event, which can just put you at war with someone. I have literally lost games because of the assassin event. Hitting at the wrong time. Alright, so I think every planet has at least one base now. No, Zyos doesn't because it's the size 20 world, but everything else does. And apparently we ended up with 2,000 in the reserve somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. I think the Clacons offered, gave us some reserve money when we signed the peace. The assassin event is you basically, it says an assassin acting without sanction has killed the ambassador of another race. It basically means that one of the other races you suddenly become at war with. Like, I've had everything lined up for a council vote, and then the assassin event strikes like 2 turns before, and suddenly I'm at war with someone who I was counting on to be my ally, and then I just lost the game. It's the worst event in my opinion. So here goes the Mercians off to attack someone. Not me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're headed down here somewhere. I should check how many turns until the next council vote. 11 more turns. Actually, not that far behind in tech or production. And considering that I've built nothing in terms of fleet strength, I'm reasonably pleased with that. Okay. All right, what were we at? 7%? Which is really 14% because for some reason it shows half of the actual value. It's never quite clear why that bug exists. 8%. So it's not going up by much, but you know, if you've got like 15% odds every turn, you're going to hit relatively quickly. But the space scanner is almost done, as well as improved industrial. And we're making progress elsewhere. Unfortunately, we have to get through that stupid range tech that's totally pointless. All right. These are quiet turns. All right, this is either someone declaring war. Yeah, it's someone declaring war. Oh, no. Well, not declaring war, but not ideal. Relations are still relaxed, so hopefully the fact... Oh, I see. They're back to being allied with the silicoids again. Come on, kitty. This suggests that they are probably looking to come after me. At least the Clacons are not at war with me for now. Because as long as I can count on their vote... Like, if I can count on their vote, I'm safe in the council. The problem is they're erratic, so I can't count on their vote. The good news is all my planets now have they all now have at least one missile base. They have a shield done and at least one missile base up. So unless they've upgraded their weapons, and we should probably... Yeah, I don't think they can actually hurt... Well, they could death spore me. That's the one thing they could do. That would be the one thing that would be scary. Anyway, let me just look at these planets real quick. So mostly we're doing research right now. Yeah, we're up to 20% odds to hit each turn. And then I need to do a big round of terraforming. So Max and Minus has almost hit 10 bases. These worlds down here have 10. Zios still has none, but it'll be able to. And I still do have those laser fighters, which are not very strong, let's be honest, but at least there's something up here to help out in case I would need to have some actual ships around. So I'm watching the cats. Haven't sent anything into my space yet, though. So sometimes you get lucky and the text pop quickly. I would not say I've been terribly lucky here. Now we're up to about 1 in 4 odds each turn of this popping. Next vote is in 8 turns. 8 turns. I'm feeling pretty safe at the moment. I'll be safe unless the Klakons declare war on me. That would be the bad thing. The Silicoids declaring war wouldn't be ideal, but they're not going to vote for me anyway, so that's not as bad. Obviously, the Meklar attacking me would also be bad. I wonder if I could trade for anything with the humans. I'm trying to think what I would want to get. Enhanced eco and... I don't know, more computer tech. Let me just see. Yeah, so one of the things that one of the fan patches did was put the year on the map screen, which is where it should be. Okay, not much here that I want. More computer tech is good to get, though. I'll give Controlled Tundra. That's a kind of a pointless tech for him to get. More computer tech's always nice to help your spies out. So I actually wanted to propose non-aggression pact. Alright. So relations improved enough for non-aggression pact. It doesn't do that much, but like as you notice with the cats, they typically will cancel the non-aggression pact before they do anything. So it gives you like an early warning, and it does improve relations to sign it. Yay! All right. So this was the one we wanted. This is the big tech that we've been chasing after for a while. Increases the population capacity by 40 million. It costs 4 BC per million, so we're going to be going up 30 million from plus 10 to plus 40. So it's going to cost 120 to terraform these worlds. And then we got to grow the pop and build the factories. And alright, so we could always go back for biotoxic antidote, but I want to keep pushing the tree forward. I do have a chance to trade for this. Ideally, I will trade for this eventually. And I want to keep pushing forward. Atmospheric terraforming is another big tech. Converts hostile planets to standard. So it'll take all those little worlds that are inferno or dead or whatever and make them standard habitability. So this is me being greedy as far as playing the economic game. But I think it's worthwhile nonetheless. All right, so now we're going to be doing a lot of terraforming. This is good. This will arrive before the next council vote. We should have time to get our population up, so this will give us more votes in the council. The way that the council votes is really simple. Every 100 population is 1 vote. So there it is. So like forbearance is worth a single vote here. So if we go up 30 million pop on 12 worlds, that's 360 more pop. So that's effectively 3.5 votes. Probably will mean 4. So let's start doing that, shall we? All right, so you do that. Also, it's nice that these are already in the percentages because we have a small chance to discover them even while we're terraforming and building factories. It makes the biggest difference on the little worlds, as I've mentioned before. Because like going from 100 to 130 or whatever is not a big difference, but going from 10 to 50 is like, yeah, that's really big. Yeah, the chat named all the worlds, as you probably noticed. So like this planet can't terraform, but let's just We'll use some reserve spending here. We've got a fair amount. Set it up so these planets can hop up to the next size immediately. All right. I usually take the time to measure this stuff out, even though in theory it doesn't matter. You can automate it. I usually take the time to do so. All right, yeah. Similarly, max minus can't. Doesn't need to double its production. You can only allocate the reserve spending in clicks. So, all right, let's do this. First of all, we got to get rid of that. And then we need to spend 120. There we go. That's 120. So that'll terraform it. The leftover I'm putting in factories so I can get a start on, or in industry so I can get a start on building those factories. Yeah, some of these worlds are going to be much better afterwards. I think this little world's going to need a little bit of help from the reserve just so we can terraform in one turn. All right. Actually, I need to do this the other way. There we go. Note that it has already built 3 bases, so I at least have something there in case Kitty comes calling. All right, this planet, picnic basket's small enough that I'm just going to double its spending. So I can terraform here. And these little cute little worlds will finally start to be decent. Come on. All right, that'll do. Or picnic basket. So it was 4 BC per million, but I already had plus 10. So it's only actually going up 35. It's only going up 30 million. You're absolutely right, but because I've already terraformed these planets, I'm only going up 30 million. Otherwise, it would indeed be 160 BC. All right. So I'm going to terraform Licky, and Lima will be the only one still doing research. I'll terraform it afterwards. So it's 240 because the size is doubled there. Lima stays. Actually, Lima could probably terraform immediately because it only costs 260 or 240 to terraform, and then we'll just put the rest in tech. So we keep something on tech. All right, this planet. So there is no planet that benefits more from terraforming than Ziost. Ziost was pop 10 when I settled it. Size 10, that is the smallest in the game, but it'll be size 50 after this, which is not that bad. That's like a half decent world. Even with reserve spending, it can't terraform in one turn because it's really small. All right, so that's all our planets. So yeah, we dropped down to just 200 BC. But we get a great turn. So I note that our income from planets was like 2,800. It'll probably be, should be close to 4,000 by the time we're done all the terraforming. So you'll see what a big, that's like a really, really big, conversion. All right, and races, I just want to pop in and check what the diplomacy is, if anything's changed. Doesn't look like it right now. Okay. So let's do that terraforming. No attacks incoming, it looks like. All right. Look at that. So it's always fun after terraforming, you see stuff like this, all the planets going up. I've seen much more ridiculous in the past. But yeah. Not bad. Oh. And so actually, the total income was deceptive last turn. That was with all the reserve spending. I was like, how did my total income go down? Well, that's because I was reserve spending last turn, and it was including the reserve. Okay. All right, so we'll build the factories first. Take advantage of natural population growth. Note that forbearance. So it's going to need to go from how many factories? I guess it doesn't need to build that many factories. It needs to go up to 280. So I guess it's got to build about 50 factories as a result. So that won't take too long. It's too bad I don't have improved industrial 6 yet, which is about to pop. That would make the factories cheaper, but I do have improved industrial 8. I do not have robotics 3, so I can't get that extra factory. All right, meanwhile, though, so we'll have everybody, like we said, build the factories first. That way we can take advantage of natural population growth. And, yeah, so we'll... I don't think they'll all be maxed out again by the time of the council vote. But I'm not too worried about this council vote, so I think we'll be okay. Actually, a little planet like Smokey would really benefit from some reserve spending, so let's invest a little bit here. Because it's literally doubling in size. Maximinus, similar idea, but Maximinus has been around longer. Maximinus already has its bases built, so there's not as much of an incentive to finish quickly. But yeah, they've all grown to their new size. Like Grizzly still grew 2 pop between turns, even though it's a tundra planet where growth is halved. So these little worlds are going to need... we're going to have to do some spending to get them up in size. Ruxpin being exposed there, I think, also would be nice to spend some more here. Get those factories done. So what is it going up to? It's going up to 150. It should get those relatively quickly. It says max because we're building more factories than what the planet can actually work at the moment. But it's fine. We'll build the factories, take advantage of natural population growth, and then spend to grow the population once we've got the factories up. It's slightly inefficient to do it that way, but it's my preferred way. Like, ideally, you would build factories at exactly the rate that the population grew and be spending on tech otherwise. But I like maxing the planets as quickly as possible, just so that they're there, and if I need to respond to an emergency, I can immediately like direct whatever I need in that direction. All right, come on. Be able to adapt to changing circumstances, essentially. And you lose some efficiency in the process. But all right, so Lima is the only one planet not doing, not building factories, because it's holding the fort on research right now. Maybe we'll get really lucky and one of those techs will pop at like tiny odds. All right. So Zyast will finish terraforming. Up to a max of pop 50. All right, there we go. So did I manage to get a scouting report on... I want to get a fresh report on the cats. All right, so I have current with the silicoids. So let's do this to stay current with the cats. And we have current with clacons, or close enough. So let's do swap over here to stay current with the Mechlars, because we're starting to get a little outdated there. All right. So we had the question about, do you need to transform a Terran planet? So the terraforming is increasing the size of the planets, not changing their class. So this will stay a Terran planet. It just allows more people to be fit on the world, or more bearers in this case, I guess. All right. So let's see how close we are. So like this planet's not... Well, actually, no, we only need 11 factories here. I guess it is going to max out in factories. That said, let's just run this turn. I'm not going to go through and measure out every single world, because I think most of them are not going to max out. And the ones that do, like forbearance, anything extra is just going to go in the reserve, which is not the worst thing. So we'll just leave it as is. Like this planet still needs to build 30 more factories, which I don't think is going to happen. And this little world, yeah, it's going to need more help. Okay. I just want to spend on... the really small worlds. I guess Ruxpin's not that small anymore. The artifacts worlds would be worthwhile to spend to speed up their development, though, because they're important worlds. It's costly though. Keep changing my mind. I think Zyast is the only one I really want to spend on, since it's so cheap to do so, and it benefits so much. Oh, did you see our planet, our reserve? We're pretty elite, apparently. Anyway. Okay. Hi, world's ugliest man. And the AI is still leaving us alone, which is great. All right, so Teddy's maxed out in factories. Now it needs to grow pop. Is anyone else maxed out? Forbearance has as well. Those are the two best planets. This will get it close to its pop maximum. Who has as well too? Now you got to grow that pop. Again, it's somewhat inefficient to do this, but it does save on some micro work. So yeah, now our pop's gonna increase quickly. All right, checking in. Oh, cool. So the alliance between the Silicoids and the Mercians went away. That's good news. Could we actually win the game on this council vote? Just out of curiosity. So if we're against the Silicoids, let's think about this for a second. It looks like we're going to be against the Silicoids again in 4 turns. So they're at war with the humans and Klakons. They will not vote for the Silicoids. They will vote for me. The Mercians are relaxed with me. It's not impossible that they would vote for me. And the Mechlars have voted for me in the last 2 council votes. So it's not impossible that everyone could line up in my favor here. If that happened, I would record it as a win, but I would keep playing so you guys could see more. I still think that that's a little bit unlikely, but as I said, it could happen. Like, it could be the case that I win on the next vote, which would be really cool. I would, like I said, I would chalk it up as a win, even though I would keep playing. Yeah, this planet, we can pull off some of the factories here. Then we'll be able to go back to researching in earnest. Yeah, overflow is not wasted in this game. It's true. All right, so Udir now has maxed out on factories. So we got to grow its population. All right, Licky, as expected, has also now finished. Okay, so, yep, working on that. All right, so to avoid wasting, I'm going to go through and like forbearance. Any extra ecology spending would go in the reserve, so it wouldn't be wasted. Oh yeah, and look at that planet's column. The plus 15, the plus 16, the plus 14. Looking good. But I don't want to... I'd rather put this into tech at worlds like this, and then that'll allow my artifacts planet to pull off research and work on building its own factories. All right, Smoky. You can keep building your factories. Max and minus. Close, but still needs like 1 more turn of factory production. Grizzly, I think, is just about done. Grizzly only needs 3 more factories, so let's put most of the spending in pop for this turn. That should probably be enough to finish the factories. Ruxpin. Yeah, Ruxpin only needs 2 more factories. Wait, yeah, 2 more factories. So again, we can put most of it in ecology. This one needs 10 more. Teddy is like done at this point. There we go. Oh dear, what happened here? I must have misclicked. Oh, I see. I must have misclicked here or something. Needs to grow its pop. I already adjusted Licky's spending. Okay, so Lima now needs to build those factories because we now actually have some spending going on into tech elsewhere. Man, this planet's going to be good once it gets all of its stuff built. Because, like, it's at 500 RP right now. Really good. Hi, Q3355. Let me see that. So, you used to hang around Civ Beyond Forum in the Civ 3 days. You got your one and only day to win from reading my write-ups. Cool. Thanks for popping in. Very nice. It's always cool when you like see a name you haven't seen in a long time. And for World's Ugliest Man, this was the first computer game you begged your parents to get. Preposterously large, 25 megabytes. Yeah, seriously. I did not play this game when it came out. This is not a game I was familiar with. I didn't come across this game until later on. I'm trying to see if I can get an updated scouting report on these two. But I've spent a lot of time with it. It is a really good strategy game, and it holds up extremely well, even with much newer games. It's a very simple game, but there's so much depth to this. All right. So Ruxpin now needs to just grow pop. Ideally, I'd be like maybe moving population around. The problem is my engines are still warp 1. My transports are still warp 1, so it would just be too slow. It's not really worth it to try to transfer pop around because they're so slow. All right, picnic basket. Also maxed out on factories. Grizzly. Let's see. That'll get it up to max pop. Teddy is max pop and max factories, so it's done completely. Now it's up to 332 research points. Forbearance also completely maxed. Those two worlds are really good. Pooh, oh wow, Pooh, look at this, little Pooh also maxed out. Nice. So that gets us up to, yeah, 900 research points, even though most of our worlds are still working on this stuff. All right. Poor Ziost. So small. Such a little world. Send a little help its way. So it's a teeny tiny world. Actually going to help it grow some population there. Look at the Meckler Highway. Yep. Or actually, this is Clacons, I guess. But yeah, I know what you mean. Humans are still holding this world right now for the time being. Anyway, let me cycle through my planet scan real quick. All right, so you're done. You're done. You are only need 6 more factories, so let's have you do more spending on ecology. Get a jump start on growing that pop. You only need 2 more factories, so let's have you do the same thing. Almost all of your spending can start going into ecology. You're growing you've got the factories done, growing pop. Same thing here. Wait, did Ruxpin really finish its factories? Yeah. Ruxpin, not a bad planet. 75 now. We'll be able to build bases at a non-trivial rate. Oh, that's right, because I used reserve spending. I was like, how did they finish so quickly? I was like, oh yeah, I tossed money and I tossed reserve spending at them. So you're good. You will be max pop after this turn. You are basically done and can go over to research spending. Yeah, look at that. You need another turn's worth of factory production. I just spent money on you, and then we're good to go. 7 more turns until the next vote. My pop is going up. It's a little hard to see. I wish that the bar graphs were a little bit more, well, easier to see. But that's what we got for right now. Boy, the cats have a lot of stuff I'd love to steal. Maybe worthwhile trying to go for that at some point. We'll see. Like, improve robotics 3 would be really big, and fusion drives would be really big too. Even inertial stabilizer would be nice. The humans still suck. They're very weak. They're a definite target for stealing later on. It helps that these guys are at war with a lot of people. And did we get an updated report on the Meklar? No, we're still waiting for an updated report on them. How current is our Clacons report? Just do this for the moment. I'm just trying to keep upgraded reports. I'm not trying to steal from anyone. My computer tech is still not that good. Space Scanner is going to help, but it's still not. I still don't have that much tech there. And look, we're back to doing real research again. 1,300 beakers, or RP more officially, research points. Again, as long as we're not being attacked, I'm content right now to push tech. Let the AI waste its production fighting each other while we just develop in peace. All right. So Lima is now maxed out on factories, and this will get it maxed out on pop. It can grow. It's going to grow 2 pop normally, and then the other 12 will spend to grow. All right, Smokey has maxed out. Nice. Now I just got to grow pop. Max and minus, same deal. I'll be there in a couple turns. Udir is now polished itself off. Note that we can now easily build the missile bases a lot easier. Licky, so Licky was at like, I believe it was at around 400 before in terms of its research points. Now it's 546, so I think it went up about 25%, something like that, as a result of terraforming. Yeah, now we're at 1900. This is starting to look good, and we still don't have our other artifacts world. Lima's not contributing that much yet, because this turn it's got to grow that extra pop. Ziost, this is the planet that still needs help, because it was the smallest. It's like the little baby that everybody in the family takes care of. So it needs 12 more factories still. But just to give you an example, like we can actually build the missile bases now. It doesn't take like 10 turns to build a missile base. All right. So Smoky, max minus. All right, Grizzly, yes. Let's not waste that much spending here. There we go. Well, Ruxpin's going to be done in like another turn. I'm going to then send it on base building, but like it's pretty much set at this point. Awesome. Yeah. So we're at 2,000 RP. So we should get the pop on Space Scanner and the we'll get improved industrial tech will finish just in time for us not to be building factories. Although I might again see if I can try to get improved robotics from one of these. The merchants would probably be the best ones. Jeez, look at the construction tech on the Klakons. So what you're seeing from Klakons this game is they drew the technologist personality, which is unusual for them. Normally they have an expansionistic personality. So they've just been going nuts on the tech. They've already got tritanium armor. So I have Duralloy. That's the first level. The next level is Zortrium, then Andrium, then tritanium. If I could somehow steal that tech, it would be amazing. But it's very unlikely I'd be able to steal that tech. Their other stuff is actually not that great, although they have a lot of computer tech for some reason. They do not have improved robotics though, so a lot of this computer tech is just being wasted. Also, they have no missile tech at all, do they? They're still shooting nukes from their bases, so their bases have a ton of armor, but they don't have weapons worth a darn. I have had bears with tritanium before. It's pretty cool. So these guys also have improved robotics. They have They also have tritanium armor. What the heck is going on here? They also have impulse drives now. That's Warp 5 engines. I'd love to see if I could trade that, make a deal for something that they have. I would really, really like to get improved robotics. And a faster engine would be nice too. They won't trade impulse drives. They have a ton of construction tech because they have the industrialist personality. Don't really have anything I'd want that badly over there. Let's see if they'd be willing to make a deal. I'm not signing them up to a deal because they are erratic and because they are likely to be my main opponent. All right. Oh, they're not offering anything. This is all garbage. Forget it. I still think that they don't have much in the way of range tech either. I think that's why we're not really seeing them much. I don't think they can even reach me. He only has range 5. He can't even reach me from where he is. And we've got still 6 turns. Oh, by the way, did you notice the pop? Have you noticed my little bar is clearly further along than it was before? It's because of all that extra pop coming in from the terraforming. Imagine living on a planet that goes from 20 million to 50 million pop in 5 years. Well, we're basically cloning people to do it. Like, that's what the ecology spending is doing. This is a futuristic space game. We're basically cloning people. All right, improved space scanner. So, big tech. We can now see further away, 7 parsecs away. We were able to see 5 parsecs previously. This is the big one, though. Enemy destinations in ETA can be accurately determined. So now we can see where the ships are going. Ugh. Bad options. So we're missing improved robotics 4 as well. So we're missing improved robotics 3 and 4. All we can do is take that jammer tech. Jammer tech's not bad. I mean, it will increase my missile defenses at my bases. How do you know which techs will give new options? Oh wait, what? Oh, I was wrong. That's right. I was thinking that the next election was 2430 for some reason. It's 2425. It's every 25 turns. So we actually have an outside chance to win the game here, as I was mentioning before, because the Silicoids are not well liked in this galaxy. And that's who we're up against. Oh, okay. So we can't win now, because Kitty voted. If Kitty had voted for us, we actually had a shot to win this. Of course, he votes for himself. No surprise. But the humans vote for me. The Meklar and Klakon should also both vote for me. Yep, so there's the vote. Ooh, I'm at 11, so I'm getting close to a veto block. Note that I have the most votes now. I would need 11. I need a third to have a veto block. I don't know. Can I vote for him without winning the game for him? Say that would be 25 out of 37. Nope, that's 67. Also a reason why it sucks that Kitty voted for him. Otherwise, I could have voted for the Klakons and gotten brownie points. But nope, not quite enough. But you see how close it is. If the cats vote for me, then I actually could win the game right there. So we have to abstain in this one. So Potman, how do you know which techs will give new options? This is a really good question. It's based on how the tech ladder, what I call a tech ladder works. Let me show you how this works. I'm gonna have to switch I'm gonna switch this to the desktop. And those of you who just got here, by the way, this is the window I'm playing in. It's kind of hilarious. I also have no sound, if you missed that earlier. All right, so here's the Master of Orion little reference. So the way that the tech works is the tech basically functions as a ladder. Each ladder, there's certain techs that may be there or they might not be there. And you're guaranteed to have one tech in each ladder, each rung of the ladder. You must research at least one tech on each rung in order to move to the next one. You can research, if there's more than one, you can research more than one. I tend to just keep research one at a time because I want to keep getting up to higher tech levels. It's very rare for me to research two techs in the same rung. So this is computers, one of the tech fields. So at the fourth rung of the ladder, there's 4 techs. You have ECM Jammer 4, Improve Robotics 4, and Battle Computer 5. So when I saw there was nothing but ECM 4, that instantly meant there was no Robotics 4 in the tree. It's missing this game. Also no Battle Computer 5. That's not as critical because I have BC 3. I actually have everything except Improve Robotics pretty good. So like I've got Space Scanner. I just finished this, Improve Space Scanner. So I've got a scanner. I have BC3, so I've got a decent battle computer, not too outdated. And then this is going to give me ECM Jammer 4. So I've got kind of like one decent thing in each field. I'm just missing Robotics 3 and I'm missing Robotics 4. And those are some pretty painful holes. So that's a quick little tutorial on how this works. Let's go back to the MOO window here. There you go. Looks much better. So that's kind of how it works. I hope that that makes sense. I have all of the early rungs of the tech ladder memorized because I've played the game a lot. Some of the later ones, I often have to stop and look at the reference to see what's there and what isn't, just because I'm not as familiar with that. Anyway, so a lot of these planets have now maxed out. Jeez, Lima. Holy cow. You guys can still hear me, right? I can't hear sound, but you guys can. Okay. I'm going to troubleshoot when I'm done streaming. So Lima's up to 700 RP right now. So that's pretty nice. All on its own, and it's finally maxed out. Grizzly is maxed out at the moment. Okay. Since I'm not under attack, this is a good moment to push that. Yeah, we're at almost 2,700 beakers right now. Even planetology, even that very expensive atmospheric terraforming is starting to appear. Unfortunately, weapons are still slow because I lost my research in weapons. Let me try to shift a little bit of spending there because weapons are lagging behind. Force fields is going to be another nice tech. Construction, this is not going to do much right now, but if we ever get improved robotics, it will. Again, I really would like to see if I could trade. Let me go through my planets first real quickly, but yeah, so like this world here, obviously that's wasteful. Finish maxing the pop, and then I want more bases here because this is right on the front lines. I want a good 10 bases on Ruxpin and Picnic Basket. Picnic Basket looks like it still needs another turn to grow pop. But like Teddy's fine. Udir is large enough that it can build a lot of bases in a hurry. I've got bases in my backline worlds. Zionist, little baby planet. Yeah, we'll just keep growing pop there. Did it finish its factories? Yes. Okay. By the way, the max you can grow on a planet is 1/4 of its pop. So the fact that it's at 31 pop means 8 is about the max it can grow anyway. It can't grow more than 1/4 in one turn. All right, everything else looks pretty good. Smoky, similar story. Yeah, it needs to grow that pop. Max and minus. Yep. So the little planets are still growing their pop. Okay. Races. So who has improved robotics 3? Meklar do not. They have the biotoxin antidote, which would be nice to get at some point. Their tech is not that great. Like, their computer tech is not so high that we would be unable to steal anything from them. That said, they don't have a lot that I really want other than the biotoxin antidote, which they won't trade right now. They don't have... So are the Mercians really the only ones who have improved robotics 3? They're back to being out. So that's why they voted for the Silicoids. They signed an alliance with them at the last minute again. They also picked up Stingers, which are a nice missile tech. Like, does anyone else? Okay, so the Silicoids also have robotics 3. They may be willing to trade it for the terraforming tech I picked up, which wouldn't help them that much because they have terraforming plus 20. So it wouldn't help them that much. It would only be plus 20 on each world. Let's see if they're willing to trade. No, they're not. Only willing to offer. Yeah, see, they have plus 30, so plus 40 wouldn't help them very much. Yeah, they really want that range tech because they're hurting on range technology. They really want that. Yeah, we'll see. I might have to try stealing from the kitties. It would be somewhat risky because I could get caught. They also have the diplomat personality, which means they spend more on spying. The safest thing to do is probably just to keep pushing tech right now while we're at peace. Did I play Master of Orion 2? No, I haven't really played Master of Orion 2. It's a decent game in its own right. I don't think it's as good as the original Master of Orion, though. All right, Ruxpin. So Ruxpin's maxed out now. Picnic Basket only needs one pop more, so we'll have it work on bases. There we go. Okay. And we're basically done with terraforming at this point. Just about every world is done. We're just growing the last few bits of pop on some of the small worlds, like Maximinus. Although this planet already has 10 bases, so I think it's reasonably safe for the moment. All right, you still need to spend this turn. And you also still need to spend this turn. And then you can get back to building bases. Yeah, just pushing tech right now is probably the safest play. Just like push tech, try to get better stuff, let the AIs fight it out while we surge ahead in tech. Like atmospheric, I haven't really talked about atmospheric terraforming. That's going to be really big because I have so many hostile planets on this map. How many hostile? Let's see how many I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Half my planets are hostile. They would all benefit from atmospheric terraforming. Like, I don't want to just launch into a war with someone for no particular reason. I do not have a veto block in the council yet, so I can't just, like, cavalierly throw stuff around. In terms of the other races, it really looks like the silicoids are the powerhouses. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 11 planets. So it does seem like they're going to be my opponent in the council for the foreseeable future. Yeah, they have noticeably more pop than the Clacons right now. But I'm pretty competitive. Look, in production, I'm close, and that's without robotics 3 or 4. That's what I really need to get more than anything else. I need to find a way to get that. Maybe Kitty would be willing to trade. So Kitty no longer has an alliance. Boy, the AI signs and breaks alliances like crazy. It's really weird how they'll do that. Yeah, see if they'd be willing to trade for that. It's an expensive tech. I can probably, if I get atmospheric terraforming, they would probably trade it for that. Atmospheric terraforming holds a lot of value in the AI's hands. Nope, not willing to trade it. They just value it too highly. Bulrathi are creatures of much wind and little prattle. We tire of you. Okay. All right there, buddy. So, are they allied with anyone? All right, no. So this is about as good of an environment as I'm likely to get for diplomacy. We're a long way away from the next council vote. No one seems to have any alliances. Let's make a play to try to get robotics 3 from these guys. I'd much rather... I'm just not that worried by these guys. The only thing they have is stingers. That's the only weapon they have. I guess they have death spores. But stingers wouldn't do that much against my missile bases, and anything that is neutral pellet gun or ion cannon is useless. Even Merculites are useless now, or they will be shortly. So let's go ahead and we're going to try to lift the Robotics 3. That's the only thing I genuinely want. If computers isn't available, what would I take? If I got a low-level penetration, what would I take? Probably weapons, just for miniaturization purposes. Clacons have scarier tech for sure. But their computer tech is too good. It's not much point trying to steal from them. Kitty's computer tech is actually weaker than mine, so I think I have a decent chance of Propulsion, but see, the thing about propulsion, the miniaturization's not as good for propulsion. I guess I could try to get inertial. Yeah, propulsion for inertial stabilizer. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if computers is not available, then fusion drive's not going to be possible to steal. But inertial stabilizer is good enough that that's probably the field to go after. All right. So we'll roll the dice here a little bit. Hopefully I don't get caught and the cats get mad. But I think I could survive a situation where they're mad at me. And otherwise we're going to push tech for the moment. Yeah, we're putting a lot into research right now. So we've already got construction in the percentages. And force field tech, we're about to have that pop shortly too. Let me just check my worlds real quick. Just make sure nobody's spending on something stupid. Yeah, these planets are getting their bases up. Oh, the other thing I haven't talked about yet. Okay, so Zion, Zias, yeah. And this planet will be finally maxed out. I can go back to base building. The thing I didn't mention is you can hit F8 to check if anyone's... Now that I have the improved space scanner, I can see where ships are going. Like, I can see where this ship's going. By the way, apparently there's no planet here. Is there... Apparently whatever was there got bombed out. So that's turned into a spud world. Hot potato getting tossed back and forth. Yeah, so that world, there's not really a planet there. Same thing for this spot over here. This is just getting tossed back and forth between different AIs right now. It's going to be taken over here by the Meklar, but then it'll get taken over by someone else after that. But yeah, so I can hit F8 and I can now tell where, if anyone's coming after me. No one is. There are no enemy fleets routed towards me. So winded up, you said could steal construction, get Zortrium. Not as valuable because I have Duralloy. Would still be good to have, don't get me wrong. But not as valuable for that reason. So we've actually got a spy in their territory. So if we get a decent roll, we'd be able to lift that tech from them. We're also making good progress. That's a lot of research points to be investing right now. Not much point in doing shipbuilding yet. I don't have any kind of engine. Without any engines, it's kind of pointless. Alright, so there's II-6. I guess we're going to go for the waste cleanup tech. That's not a bad choice. It's the only option to move the check tree forward. We actually have 2 spies in... Wow. Have decent odds to lift something with not 1, but 2 spies over there. Let me see. Do I want to reallocate spending? No, I think I'm pretty happy with what we've got here. So tech spending. Okay, tech stealing. So every turn... So first you have to get a spy into the enemy. First you have to try to see if you can get a spy in. Once you have a spy that's in their territory, you have a roll. It's from 1 to 100. I believe it's 1 to 100. If you get a 85 or higher, you successfully steal a tech. And you add to the roll your computer level, but you subtract the enemy's computer level. So if you have a big advantage in computer tech, you can go from like 15% odds up to like, I don't know. If you have a big advantage, 30%, 35%. The Darlocks in particular get plus 30, so they're really good at spying. Way better than anything else. And if you successfully get a tech steal, then there's a separate roll that determines what level the steal is. So like you can get a deep penetration, or you can get like a entry level penetration. With 2 spies in, we have decent odds to get something. Game's going well. Oh, and here we go. Okay, so this is not a high level penetration because we didn't get, we have no option to steal, which one is this? What are we missing here? Computers, construction, we didn't get an option to steal force fields, but we do have an option to steal computer tech, and we got it, boys, we got it. Improve Robotics 3, roll for penetration, yeah. We've got Improve Robotics 3, that's the one we wanted. So what this does is we can operate 3 factories per pop point instead of 2 factories per pop point. It's a hugely important tech. So we're going to do that next. And hopefully, and it looks like I didn't get caught either. This is really good. All right, so we're going to stop trying to steal. Actually, I did get caught. I I did get caught. Look at that. All the way down to restless. Ooh, we didn't get a pop-up message, but yeah, look at how much relations were hurt by that. Hopefully trade will help pull that back. But yeah, that was that was not great in terms of that. So now we've got a very valuable tech for trade purposes as well. So let's see what we can get for this. This is this game's version of tech brokering. So like the Clacons, they've got a lot of stuff, but they do not have Robotics 3. And I'm willing to, if I can get something good for it, I would be willing to trade it to them. Like if I can get one of these, wow, they're already on improved industrial tech. Holy cow. What the heck? Somehow they have already hit level 50 in construction. Holy cow. Like if I could get biotoxin antidote, I would 100% take that. Or if I could get fusion beam, I would take that. It would give them more production, but they're not that big, and I'm not that worried. Let's see what we can get. I don't know how they have that much construction tech. Okay, well they're not willing to trade much of anything. I don't think any of this is that great. Thinking about maybe the space scanner, because it doesn't do that much for the AI. They kind of cheat on vision. But whatever. They obviously, I guess they didn't want the tech. They would have given me a better option there. How about the Meklar? Yeah, they don't need this at all. They already have, like, they get all those extra factories already. So what would I take from them? I don't want to take class 5 deflectors. I'm about to discover that myself. I can't trade for biotoxin. A battle computer 4, if they would offer that. I doubt they would. We'll see. Reduced industrial waste 60% wouldn't be bad either. AI taking on impossible can be crazy. All this is garbage too. Nah, not worth. You always have to make a deal that's not in your favor to trade tech with the AI. The only one I'd be willing to make a really disadvantageous trade would be the humans, just because they're irrelevant at this point. I need to get an updated spying report on them too, by the way. Who else is an outdated report? And the silicoids. We need to get info on them. So they already had that tech, so that's not going to help me. But the humans, maybe I can get something from too. Klekons are really advanced, but they don't have a lot of planets, which is good news. Again, this is all garbage too. There's nothing here I particularly want. All right, so no tech trades out there. Again, there's not as much tech trading in Master of Orion. All right, so we'll just stop for right now. Now we need to build these factories. So as I've been, like, throughout the game up to this point, I've been able to build 2 factories per pop point. Well, now that I have Robotics 3, I can build 3 factories per pop point. So we can build another 140 factories on this planet right now. And so this is where the fact that we discovered that II6, Improved Industrial 6, really helps. So you know how it says factories cost 6 BC each? That's much cheaper than the standard 10. The reason why you need that is as you get improved robotics, the cost goes up. So improved robotics lets you build those extra factories, but it also increases the cost by 50%. Fortunately, that's offset by improved industrial tech, so they cost 9 BC each. That's the way it works out. We also have a lot of techs in the percentages here, which is nice because we'll be able to have them sit in the percentages as we're building the factories and potentially finish. Also, it really sucks that we ended up with the iridium fuel cells. Kind of need a better engine to be able to do anything offensively. So, all right, let's do it. We're going to build a whole bunch of factories everywhere except our one artifacts planet. We can interrupt our base building on the little worlds to do this. At least it's a little bit more straightforward doing this than it is to terraform, because your population stays the same size. You're just building lots and lots of factories. So Lima is the only one that's not going to do that. Lima will just sit on the 700 BC. And that should do it. So like we still have a chance to discover some of these techs. So that was really helpful. Hopefully it didn't poison relations too badly with the Mercians. It's such a crucial tech though. If you're missing, and the other thing is, I wouldn't have done this if I had had Improve Robotics 4, but since I was missing both of the first two levels of robotic techs, I thought it was worthwhile. I'm also starting to get large enough that relations are suffering with other leaders. Look at this, 43 factories per turn. Nice. So it'll only take us a little while to build that up. Still producing 700 RP, which is not bad. And we're about to finally get this hit in hard beam. Now, if I could just get an engine tech, I'd be willing to start designing some ships and thinking about hitting someone. But Warp 2 is not going to get it done as far as moving ships around. This Gulf of Space has been really nice, having like this little area where the AI is not attacking me. Yeah, so not making a lot of tech progress right now because we're like building factories on every planet. What is 3 times 140? That's 420 I can go up to. So we'll be close soon. Look at all these factories going up across the empire. A lot of factories. So total income from planets has been surging. And we actually have a lot of trade income too. I haven't talked too much about this, but now that these trade deals have been active for a long time, we're getting almost another 10% of our total income from trade right now, which is a reason not to be aggressive with like the kitties, because we're getting a lot of income from them. Okay, so now a number of planets are starting to hit that max, and so that'll let me... I guess you were really close to finishing last turn. So yeah, it only takes a couple turns to do this, which is nice. And yeah, then we just got permanently like way more income to spend on these planets. I guess Everworld was like almost done last turn, apparently. Just trying to avoid putting too much. I mean, you don't have to do this. The overflow goes into the reserve, so it's not wasted per se. But like, I'd rather go into research right now. All right, and Lima now can build its factories because all these other planets have taken over. All right, nice. So now we're back to 2,500 beakers again. Yeah, we don't know where Orion is in this game. My guess would be it's one of these 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's one of these 4. Most likely it's one of these 2 because the silicoids would have colonized them if they weren't Orion. That's my guess. All right. Yeah, still no one really making a move after us in this game. Nice. Oh, yay! And right on the class 10 planetary shield. Very nice. Even better defense. Alright, so every planet's going to hit its industry max. They're all maxing out simultaneously on factories. So I'm just clicking through these messages. Yeah. No surprise. Alright, no one's targeting me this turn. Let me just cycle through real quick to make sure. Alright. Yep, everything is good. And yeah, we still need to have like 100 more factories to build here. Geez, Lima. Now Licky's at 740. That means Lima, when it's maxed out, it's going to be over 1,000 research points. Nice. 3,700 beakers. Jeez. Yeah, fill up those light bulbs. But there's actually a couple worlds that need to build bases. Even little Zionist can now build 2 bases in 1 turn. Now there's some overflow there, but still. This is also helpful because you can crash build the bases faster. Like if a planet gets targeted, you can rush in reserve spending and just build bases very quickly. How about Ruxpin and Picnic Basket? How about you get at least up to 10? Ruxpin, you build another base there. Teddy, you can 4 bases a year at Teddy. Okay. Just build. All right, we'll just do like a turn's worth of bases here. So we're pretty well bunkered in here. Oh, and hey, there we go. There we finally got that weapon. All right, what do we have next? Ooh, okay. So there's some good choices here. So we've got Omega V, which is really good at getting through planetary defenses. have antimatter torpedoes, which are good for ship-to-ship combat, but are not good at dealing with planets. And we have the megabolt cannon, which is one of my favorite weapons in the game. I love the megabolt cannon. That said, some of the AIs have very strong, some pretty strong shielding defenses. So I think it's better to go for Omega V, which is the only bomb we then need for the rest of the game. And I can get something like the megabolt cannon at the next tech level. So I think it's Omega V. Even though this and the fusion beam are my two favorite guns in the game. Really love this one. 2 to 20 damage, and you have a higher chance to hit. Just a great, great weapon. But we're going to go Omega V here. So now we need an engine. That is correct. All right. Let me just cycle through my planets because I put a whole bunch of them on bases, more than I actually wanted on bases. Smokey should stay on bases for right now. But I think Ruxpin's okay with 10 for now. 10 is a purely arbitrary number, don't get me wrong, but it's a nice round number. How close is Lima? Lima only needs another turn or two to max out. And Zionist is so small, it's going to need some more. Okay. I mean, even with that, we're at 3,000 research points right now. This is just if I had gotten Warp 4 here, which was an option at this tech rung, I'd be set. I'd be all right, time to start building ships. We'd be right in position to start doing that. But it wasn't there, so we've got to make do. See if we can get... now, notice that the trade has helped improve relations with Kitty. It was down to restless. It's improved up to wary. I wish that they used a number scale. They don't, unfortunately. Sure would like to get one of these better engines. Impulse drives would be the best, but that's probably not happening. These guys are still terrible. Their tech has not been advancing. They're actually very weak right now. Very weak. They're at war with the silicoids, though, so they're kind of my ally in the council. These guys only have nuclear engines. They're just as slow as I am. Actually, nobody's really very fast. They're all really slow. The cats might actually be the best option here. Stealing from the cats again. Because their computer tech is not good. If we could lift the fusion drives from them. It is possible that there might not be any engines. It is possible that there's just none. You can literally be missing something the entire game. That is a possibility. What turn is it? All right, so we've got 15 turns to the next council vote. I'm not terribly worried right now about losing out in the council. I wonder if I could get the silicoids. So the silicoids are at war with everyone right now. That's part of the reason why I'm not in much danger from the council right this minute. I'd actually like to try to trade for some of their crummy propulsion techs. Unfortunately, they were not. None of them were available, which is wow, that's a really lopsided deal. Okay, yeah, they don't like me very much. Yeah, they definitely don't like me because I got caught trying to steal from them. I was trying to trade for range 5 so I would have better odds of stealing fusion drives, but was not to be. All right, well, as I said, I think we're pretty safe diplomatically right now. I'm not really worried about losing the council vote. Famous last words, I know. So let's try to steal their, we're going to try to steal their fusion drives because they won't trade them. Let me see if I can get a non-aggression pact with the Meklar, just because they've been on good terms with me so far. No, they are xenophobes after all. They don't really have anything. But I can trade for, if I trade for range 5, trade it for class 3 shields. If I trade this, then I don't have to worry about a tech theft stealing it from the Mercians. That's why I did that. Alright, goodbye for now then. Yeah, xenophobes are much less likely to sign like a non-aggression pact. So note that now if we see propulsion as an option, we're guaranteed to get one of these two techs. Now we might not see it as an option at all, but if we do see it, we're guaranteed to get one of these two. So I will definitely take propulsion if it's there. If propulsion's not an option, I would take computers because I'd love to get their top computer tech. It makes future steals easier. And if neither of these two are available, probably just take we'll probably take construction because Zortrium's there as an option. And Zortrium would sure be nice to have. Okay. All right, so we're just going to research and we're going to keep spinning the dice on tech thefts with Kitty. So Kitty is looking now like our first target for aggression because we've kind of soured relations with them due to my own choice. So we got a spy in with them. Hopefully we'll get lucky and get an actual tech theft as we continue just pushing research otherwise. Note that we're getting close to atmospheric terraforming. That's worth probably another 2 votes in the council because we had a lot of worlds with pretty hostile environments. Yeah, these planets are fairly well defended up here. Also, that's right, the Kitty doesn't really have much in the way of weapons either. So like I'm not that scared because they can't really hurt my bases very, very well. I have 10 points of shielding. The only weapon that can do any damage is stingers. And I don't think that they're going to have enough stingers to do much. If I can get Planetary Shield 10, even the stingers won't do anything. Because they only do 15 points of damage, and that I would have 10 points of shielding. So I'm pretty well bunkered in here against the AI. What's this? Is this them catching me and declaring war? Yep. So they have the death spores, that's true. So that's the danger of spying, is you can get caught and then this happens. Then you're at war with someone. That is the danger. Fortunately, they seem to be at war with everyone else, but I'm going to have to watch closely to make sure they don't pull someone else into this war. And we also should start building some more bases up here. Let's just cycle through the planets again to make sure I'm not overbuilding bases somewhere I don't need them. Like Smokey is probably okay with a 9. It's not coming under heavy attack right now. This area over here has been pretty quiet. But we'll get some more bases up here along the front lines. I'm not currently being targeted by them. Just build bases for a couple turns since we're at war with them. Forbearance is probably far enough back that it's not in any real danger right now. And we'll just keep pumping research because I don't really have a ship I could build right now. And I have 2 spies in with them, so I have decent odds to get something. They obviously will vote against me in the council now, unless we would somehow sign peace. And I did lose my built-up trade income too. So that's the danger. So spies were not able to get a steal. See how I had 2 last turn, now I have none. They obviously failed their rolls and got caught. We need some engines so we can hunt them, exactly. All right, well, now we've got range 8. There's that useless oh my god. So we had range 7. I picked range 7 over sublight drives, thinking I could get engines at the next level. Range 8, no choice. Range 9, no choice. It's the only option to move the tree forward. I have no choice if I want that. Well, the game's like that sometimes. Okay. Well, I really need those engines. Yeah. Like this is at this point, it's not even an optional thing. We have to have better engines. Now, of course, we could also invade one of their planets, take it over, and capture tech. In fact, Ukko is fairly weak, but this fleet is more sizable. I just don't really want to be moving a fleet around at warp 2. It's very slow. Very slow. All right. Teddy, you have 15 bases. That feels like a decent amount for right now. We'll be able to see them coming if they try to attack. Like, all these planets are around 15 bases. And I'll be able to build more with reserve spending if I need to. 4,000 BC right now. Okay, now there is one thing I should do. And I want to know what's on their ship design. So we're going to do this. We're going to put a battle scanner on a large hull. And just figure out what's on there. Not Scout. Everything's named Scout. Scanner. Just so I know what's on their ship, so I can assess how dangerous the situation is. Went through too many there. All right. Actually, you can't build it in one turn. Ruxpin, you build the ship. you have more production. There we go. I want to get a scout on what designs they're running, because that way I can decide if I need to be more concerned or not. All right, so we just built one of those ships. Oops, wrong ship. All right, so this will let me see what's on their designs. It'll just retreat instantly afterwards, but that way I'll know. All right, atmospheric terraforming's in the percentages. Also, this is also nice because this will make our spying efforts much better. Like, we'll go up a few levels of computer tech and make it easier to get spies. So we have 2 in their territory right now. Oh, they actually just landed impulse drives. So we've got, that's warp 5 engines. That would be even better if we could get that. And their recent tech was fusion rifle, which is whatever. Not dangerous. 10 turns to the next vote. I think I have enough population that I'm not in any serious danger, but I would need everyone voting against me, and that seems unlikely given the warfare taking place. So far, our spies have largely struck out, unfortunately. We just lost all the spies again. But tech's coming along nicely. Like I said, we're coming along there. That Omega V-bomb is... I mean, we're getting 4,000 research points per turn right now, so it doesn't take long for the little bulbs to fill up. On the races screen, we're actually close to catching up in tech, and if you play a lot of Impossible, you'll know that if you're this close, you're in really good shape. If you're this close before you start invading and capturing planets, you're in really good shape. All right, let's see what they've got on their designs. We'll get a scout this turn on them. As the AI continues fighting each other. If there's one thing that this game is good about, it's the AI does not compete as a team against the player. All right, so let's see. All right, well, okay, so this is a concern. They do have death spores on this leopard design. That is something we have to worry about. And 4 points of shielding is a concern too, because those Hyper Vs only do 6 damage. So I probably need to get a better... Against that kind of shielding, I do need a missile, probably something better than Scatter Pack. If they build a lot of these leopard designs, I'd be in danger. The Lynx is irrelevant, though, so that's good news. Oh, I should have scanned the planet, too. Oops. Oh, no. 4 factories. Oh, no. That's not scary at all. Well, we'll just have to build the 4 factories again. We could. I would definitely trade for biotoxin if I could. I don't know that it's an opt. I don't know that anyone would be willing to trade it right now is the thing. They're allied with the Clacons. The only way that this... Oops. I actually did not mean to talk to them, but okay. Yes, if I got the antidote, it would be useless. Okay. Oh, he's willing to trade sublight drives. That could be worthwhile. Am I willing to give up the hard beam for it? I can't remember whether he had better weapons techs or not. I'm not giving him range because I think he sucks on range. Maybe range 8. I think he has enough range to reach me anyway, so that's not going to do much of anything. Not plus 40, definitely not. All right, so we got a slightly faster engine. That in a pinch will do. If we get up to Omega V-bombs and we still haven't managed to steal this, then we'll work with it. So what did we give him? We gave him range 8. All right, so he was at range 5, so that did actually help him a lot. But he could reach me already, so it's not like he suddenly is now in range of me. The only real concern would be if the Clacons declared war right before this council vote, because that would be bad. They're allied with the humans. I'm on good terms with the humans, though. Maybe I can get the humans to break that alliance. It is now theoretically possible to invade a planet. Yeah, seriously. Alright, so now they're at war with the Silicoids. Hopefully their alliance will pull the Clacons into that war too. I want to keep the Silicoids busy. Again, this is kind of cheap to be doing this, these spectator wars, but oh well. Now now they got, okay, so this is why I need the Omega V bombs, because they now have the class 10 planetary shield as well, so I will need Omega Vs to get through their shielding. And they do have stingers, which are pretty nasty, so they have pretty good defenses. That said, they only have like 5 planets, so yeah. All right, so out of their ships, the one that was scary was that Leopard. The other design was not anything to worry about. I do wonder what's on the Sabertooth as well. Fortunately, that seems to be headed off in the other direction. Oh, is that someone coming after me? Or is that just a ship arriving? Hey, atmospheric terraforming, nice. So this costs 200 BC, converts hostile planets to standard minimal environments. So I will terraform them. Oh, look what we've got here, advanced soil, nice. Awesome. The advanced soil plus atmospheric terraforming is really good. If I research this, I have a veto block in the council. I will be safe if I can finish this. Converts standard planets to Gaias, doubles the population growth, increases base size by 50%. It can only be done on standard and standard environment planets. You can't do it on hostile worlds, but I'm about to use atmospheric terraforming to turn all my hostile worlds into standard environments. So this would be worth, like I said, that's a veto block in the council right there. If I manage to get that. All right, so let's go through. Check to see. Oh, see, we're actually being attacked here. Look at that. All right, only 1 leopard means we should be fine. Also 4 turns. All right. I actually don't think I have to do reserve spending here. We will move the late. So this is the AI not being able to use speed very well. Too slow. Yeah, 1 leopard is not scary. We know the lynxes don't do anything. So we should probably be okay. I would be more concerned if there were more of those leopard designs. First thing you saw was advanced soil. Yeah. All right. So we need to terraform. We need to, we need to terraform the hostile world. So let's cycle through and have them do that. Jungle. All right. Inferno. All right. So it costs 200, and this is right around 200. So that'll work. Smaller thing here. Terraform all these worlds that are hostile. So that was half of. Oh, that's right. It goes to clean if you have spent enough. Clean. The tundra worlds don't gain a lot. I think they only gain 10 million pop, but the dead worlds gain. I think they gain 20 million. I could be wrong. I think they gain a fair amount. And of course, the population growth is no longer halved afterwards, and it tees them up so that they can then be Gaia worlds later on. That's fine. All right, I think that's all of the hostile worlds. Nope, one more. Little Zionist, our favorite planet, who needs help from the reserve to terraform in 1 turn. Nope, still not enough. 2 ticks then. I didn't want to fully double production. There we go. Little Zionist. We only have warp 3. Yeah, our propulsion tree has been hilarious in this game so far. Pretty hilarious overall. We can probably get rid of this design right now. All right. Let's get through the next council vote first before we do anything else. Oh, is it Zios, not Zionist? I'm sorry. Mispronouncing that. Ziost. All right, still just this 1 attack incoming at Udir. Yeah, Zionist is definitely something else. Okay. So Smokey went up 20 million pop from that. Oh wait, it's not done terraforming yet. I guess it came up just short. It says it's minimal though. Yeah, so now they'll have to build more factories and then grow their pop, same as usual. So this didn't do as much, since these worlds, like, I didn't have any radiated planets, so it didn't do quite as much as it would have in some other games. But it sets them up for the Gaia terraforming later on. Let's hope that this pops up shortly. It's been sitting there close to appearing for a while. Still want to get that propulsion tech if possible, and they're still not allied with anyone, which is good. We were at war with Kitty because I spied on them. Oh, they're sending another fleet over here. Alright, what's this? Nothing good, I'm sure. Oh. Great. Now we gotta worry about the comet. And I don't have a lot of ships to deal with that. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to build some kind of ship to deal with that. Alright, well, let's... Like I said, the events are almost never good. It's extremely rare to get anything good from an event. This would be better if I wasn't being attacked at the same time. 2 leopards. Okay. More concerning. But not that concerning. Okay. So let's design... I think I can actually... Could I design something that's useful for me? I might as well design a ship, because I'm going to have to build ships to shoot down the comet. I might as well build something that's useful. Okay, so design. Let's see what's the best ship design we can put together here. What am I doing? I've got to get to the design screen. I don't know why it was taking me so long to try to figure this out. All right. You need a fair amount of firepower to stop it. I'll just design a gunship then. I'm not exactly sure how it does the calculation. This is actually not a very good ship at all. I'll just do one that has a bunch of hard beams on it. I don't really intend for this ship to see combat. But I need to build something, so... And that was Teddy, right? Yeah, alright. Slightly an annoying spot. Alright, Udir. Can stop that and can start building ships. Forbearance also can do that. This is a really annoying time for this to pop up. I guess it would have been worse earlier in the game, but it's still annoying. Alright, meanwhile, Picnic Basket is still terraforming. Once this threat is beaten off, I can have more ships building, more worlds building ships. Because Teddy, like if you don't stop the comet, the world gets destroyed. Obviously I don't want that. At least Teddy's a strong planet, but it's like a little bit further off here in the distance, so it's kind of annoying. Anyway, let's go through the worlds then. Finish up the ones that we're terraforming. I think they're just about done. Oh no, this one still needs a... This is the one that gained 20 million pop. So this world, Smoky, this started the game as a size 20 Inferno planet. It's now size 80 minimal planet. It's gone up by 60 pop, or triple the initial size. No, quadruple the initial size. It's a good example of how even the worst balls of dirt can become pretty strong eventually. Anyway, this planet only needs 2 more factories, so... Did this planet max out? Oh yeah, it did. Okay. I guess Grizzly was pretty close already. And this, all right, this planet also, Ruxpin also. And the idea is that these ships can be at least semi-useful afterwards. That's the hope. Picnic Basket, I'm actually going to use the reserve here, because I want to both finish terraforming this planet and also get the missile bases up. All right, it only needs 6 more factories, so it doesn't need much there. 6 pop. This is part of the game, though, is dealing with like events happening. All right, and we'll get factories or more missile bases because there are a pair of lynxes incoming. And these worlds are just doing all right. Ziost, as always, Ziost is like the last one, still trying to finish up. It's going to need the turn for factory building. Okay. So I would prefer to build huge holes, but I don't think I'll be able to get the huge holes done in time, is like the thing. Now, the tech I'm researching, ECM does affect defense against death spores. So like having higher missile defense will be helpful against these ships that the kiddies are sending at me. All right. So Picnic Basket can build 2 bases per year. Ziost is now done with building its factories. All right, Maximinus is done. You're done as well. Picnic Basket has reached its... All right, yeah. So I think all the planets are, except Ziost, are done terraforming now. Just those 2 planets. So Udir is going to have a fight this turn. And then we'll work on shooting down the comet from there. Haven't had great luck in terms of stealing after the initial theft. Hopefully we'll get this to pop. And get the extra planetary shield will be nice too. Waste cleanup also on the way will be nice. Almost got Omega V-Bomb too. That's why I think these ships aren't really going to do much of anything. I'd rather build a huge hull with... I really just need that better engine more than anything. So that's what I'm trying to do is just... These ships are mostly just to deal with the comet, but they do have some utility afterwards for fighting against the Mercians. But like I said, I really need Omega V-Bombs to have much success at cracking their bases, which is why I'm glad I researched it. All right, so here's the attack we knew was coming. So the Leopards, it's just the Death Spores. Since there's only 1 ship here, they can only kill 30 million pop. Also, they're... Well, the attack level's 6. That's pretty decent for them. The Merculite missiles are irrelevant, because I already have 10 points of shielding. So we'll see how much damage this does. I'd love it if I could get them to focus on my little laser fighters, though I doubt it. Which are basically useless at this point. Oh, that's good. All right, so we were able to kill that without too much trouble. Time to retreat. All right, I think we're gonna kill at least some of these ships. We're gonna get out of there. Yep, trying to retreat, but we killed a decent number. They are not very well shielded. Ooh, this is what we want. This is what we want. We've got a hit in every field. All right. So this means we got a good, like we got a very good spy roll here. A deep penetration. So there's 3 propulsion techs. One of them is inertial stabilizer, which is a good tech, but it wouldn't be that helpful here. Another one is fusion engines, and another one is impulse engines. So we have 2 out of 3 odds to steal something really good here. 2 out of 3 odds. Oh, we got the medium. So we got the medium of the 3 options. This is good. Fusion drives is good enough. Now we just need Omega V, and we're good to go. We've destroyed 11%. Okay. Looks like we'll be good to deal with the comet. If we're already at 11%, we're in good shape. Because I really don't have much of anything there. I think that we should be pretty set then. Okay. Let's crank these for a couple more turns, and then while we're finishing up with the ECM and like we need to finish Omega V, but once we have Omega V, we legit can design a ship that can actually like hurt someone. It would be nice if we should probably wait for some of these others to finish too, like construction. Finishing the construction would give us more hull space to work with. I don't think I should wait for force fields, but definitely worthwhile. And that, well, yeah, and the last thing we need is a bomb, which we're about to get, this Omega V, which is why I was I'm happy I made the decision to research that earlier. All right, so picnic basket, the only other world we need, only other world that's under threat right now. Let's not take any chances. We'll use reserve spending here. I've got some to spare just to get up to 4 bases. There we go. Okay. And hey, every little bit helps in shooting down the comet. We can have you help out. So you're 1 turn away from that. Udir is 2 turns away. Teddy apparently managed to shoot down 11% of the comet with just 2 ships. So like I said, I'll run this another turn or 2, and then we can see from there. And I think all the other planets are maxed out, done their terraforming, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So do we want to keep stealing from these guys? I think the answer is yes, because they have other stuff that we would like. BC4 would be nice. I would probably steal BC4 right now if given an option in every field, just because that would upgrade my spying ability, and it would also upgrade my attack level on the ships I'm about to design. Stingers would be very nice too, just because against heavily shielded ships, I don't get a lot of value out of the scatter packs. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to keep this going for right now. How long until the next council? 3 turns. All right, I think we're in pretty good shape. We should be against the silicoids again, if I'm reading this correctly. They're at war with a ton of people. If we're up against the Clacons, they're also at war with a ton of people. Pretty sure we don't lose to either of them. Pretty sure. I'm also close to a veto block in the council now. I don't have it, but I'm close. All we need is 1 person to abstain out of all the AIs. All right. Fortunately, we've got a clean firing lane here. Oh, we actually have... Oh, that's my scanner ship. I was like, what is this ship? It's like, oh yeah, it's my scanner. I think that we shoot this down before it reaches the planet. And even if it does, they don't have enough death spores to kill the planet. Why they're firing those missiles at a scout is beyond me. Okay, bye. Okay, I wasn't keeping this ship around just to delay their just to get them to fire missiles, but if they're that dumb, I'll take advantage of it. You managed to win a council vote. Oh, yeah. See, so I'm starting to get large enough that the AIs are, like, relations are starting to drop with the AIs. This is probably the last council vote I have to worry about, because after this council vote, I'll have Gaia environment by the next vote after this one, and I'll probably have enough pop to block any loss. So we just have to make sure we get through this one. I'm feeling pretty safe though. Like the Meklar are not going to vote. The Meklar are at war with the Silicoids. They're not going to vote for them. I can't see them voting for the Clacons either. If I would turn out to be against the Clacons, which I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure the Silicoids have more. Pretty sure. So I'm feeling fairly safe. My worlds are safe at the moment. No one's attacking me. Okay. So Picnic Basket with its 22 missile bases. You can also now relocate these to Teddy. And otherwise we're just pushing tech here for in anticipation of this council vote. Yeah, cease expanding or die from the humans. It is kind of amusing. They've got like 1 planet. Like, oh no, not the humans. All right, that's nice. This will clean up, give us a big boost to waste cleanup. So we had both of the initial 2 waste cleanup techs. We have improved eco restoration, which is the first waste cleanup tech in planetology. And we had reduced industrial waste 80%. This is a pretty big jump. So yes, we'll do that. And Andrium is better than II4 because we already have II6. We don't need improved industrial 4 that much, whereas Andrium will significantly increase our defense. It also helps that Andrium's actually cheaper too. All right. So yeah, now look at our waste cleanup costs. They shrink to almost nothing. Just gonna do the little minimum. Yeah, so like, look, I barely have to spend anything on waste cleanup now. It's very nice. Lima's 1,000 research points on its own. Pretty disgusting. I'm just trying to go through and do the minimal cleanup here on the worlds that are building ships, and also just checking in on my planets. Hopefully the comet will be destroyed shortly. So still at 3,000 even with those planets. All right, let's just check. We got a council vote coming up at the end of turns. Let's just check. They're not allied with anyone. Silicoids are not allied with anyone. Clacons are allied with the humans, but I don't think I'm going to be up against them. Pretty sure it's the silicoids. We are close to... We actually have caught the AI in production already, and we're close in tech, which is, again, really rare before you go on the offensive. Total power, we're close to taking the lead as well. Looking good. Yeah, I think we're about ready to invade Kitty too. I just want to destroy the comet first. Stop building these stupid hard beams. And I need the Omega V. I can't start building ships until I have the Omega V. Although I guess I could build the... What's this? Yay, there we go. Alright, comet destroyed. I was hoping that was the message. Now we can start building. We can build a placeholder ship. I think I'll start doing that. Alright, so we are up against the silicoids. So as expected, Kitty's at war with us. She votes against us. They vote for themselves, no surprise. We pulled the humans vote, that means we don't lose. We're also going to pull the Meklar vote, maybe the Clacons. Alright, we did pull the Clacon vote. Alright, cool. So the vote was split. Pretty sure I can't vote for the other guy. That would be 27 out of 39. I'm pretty sure that would give him... Yep, that would be 69%, so... Can't vote for them, so we will abstain. By the way, you never vote for yourself unless you can win the game. You take a Diplo hit with everyone else by voting for yourself. All right, cool. Like I said, I think that was the last council vote where I had a legit chance to lose. And now we can stop building these stupid hard beam ships, which are not very good at all. I'm going to mostly use them as like decoys when we actually get to combat. So let's play until we can start taking some Mercian worlds. So at the moment, we don't have... Oh, are we getting attacked anymore, by the way? Yes, we are. Ruckspin. Actually, launched the attack last turn. Only... So I don't know what's on that Sabertooth is the thing. I don't know what's on that design. So we need to build bases here. How many turns do we have? Oh, we have 5 turns. I think we'll be okay. So here's what you can do. I'm still waiting on this tech to come in, the Omega V. But what I can do is I can design a placeholder ship. So what you do is you just make this ship as expensive as possible. I'm going to use Duralloy 2, which makes it more expensive. Get as much maneuverability as possible. Yeah, look at the cost of this ship. It's like, yeah, let's make this ship super expensive. Oh yeah, reserve fuel tanks. Give me those reserve fuel tanks. Toxic colony base? Yeah, sure, why not? So we've forgotten to put weapons on this ship. Oops. No. This ship will never actually get built. This is just our placeholder. And we can use this to stack up production until we have the techs we want coming in. This is our placeholder. All right. So any world that's going to be used for shipbuilding, I guess we can use that world for it. All right. Placeholder. Placeholder. There we go. So Artifacts World's obviously not going to be used for shipbuilding. Unfortunately, Pooh is kind of too remote over here. Pooh and Grizzly would be decent shipbuilding worlds, but they're pretty far away. So I'm not sure that I want to... Like, how long would it take to get a ship over there from here? 5 turns. So that'll probably be 4 turns with... why not? It'll probably be 4 turns with whatchamacallit, with better engines. So we'll do that. Artifacts Worlds will just keep doing the research for right now. All right. So you can see how long these placeholders take. The idea is just to stock production, and then when we actually get the tech we want, we'll switch over. All right. Because we do need Omega Vs to get through their defense they have 15 points of shielding. Fusion bombs aren't really going to cut it. Oh, and look, what there it is. Oh, we can go Auto Blaster next. Even better weapon than the Mega Bolt Cannon. Much better than the hard beams I'm using right now. So the Auto Blaster is a fusion beam, but it fires 3 times per turn. Really nice. Love that weapon. One of my favorites. I often don't get far enough into the game to make use of it. Are we assembling Rough Riders at Teddy? Yes, basically. I'm still not going to design this ship just yet. Up. And just like that, the Silicoids decided to declare war. They're erratic, so they could have done this at any point in time. They could have done that, yeah, at like any point in time. So the thing is, though, they're far enough away that I don't really think they're going to go after my worlds. Like, there's enough distance. Although I guess from here they could. The other thing is I don't know what's on their ships is part of the problem. We haven't had much luck in getting anything else from Kitty, so let's pull back our spies with Kitty for the moment. We'll be invading them. The concern more is that they have alliances. All right, they don't have alliances. That's good news. So they're at war with the Silicoids and Mercians. They're at war with the Silicoids and Mercians. All right, everyone else is at war with the Silicoids and Mercians, so we're probably okay. But let's get a spying report on the 3 AIs that are actually strong right now, because we're a little outdated as far as what the others are running. So that's the thing with the erratic leaders. I really want to try and take out some of these leaders before the Klakons turn on me, because it's just a matter of time until the Klakons declare war too. They're basically guaranteed to. So yeah, we're not gonna actually design a ship just yet, because we might as well stick with the placeholders until we have until the force fields and the computer tech come in. Computer should pop any turn now. It's already up to 48% odds. Force field's a little bit longer, but we might as well wait. I mean, these placeholders are not close to finishing anytime soon. I think the closest is 7 turns, so no rush. As for the hard beams, though, we might as well send them over to Ruxpin, which is the one that's being attacked. So we might as well send them over there in case they're needed. I don't think they will be, but I don't know what's on the Sabertooth yet, so. And we can also get rid of the scanner design. Maybe we can send that off to see what the what these guys are packing. Might as well. I've got the ship design. Yeah, to see what's on these Silicoid ships, because I don't know at the moment. I don't think the Silicoids are going to attack me, because I might actually even be out of range. Oh no, 1 missile base. Not 1 missile base. Okay, so the jammer tech came in. Our computer tree has been pretty awful. ECM4, ECM5. Great, awesome. You're going to be persona non grata around here? Man, that's pretty bad. Oh, Smokey's getting targeted by the Klakons. What? All little ships, though. Klakons, huh. Alright, well. This is why it's good to have that scanner tech. I never would have seen this incoming otherwise. Also, apparently I didn't max this out in pop. So Smokey can just build bases for the time being. Since those are smalls, they probably don't have anything too bad. Hopefully. Unless they have Omega Vs, that would be the only thing. I don't know if they'll be able to fit. I don't think they can fit an Omega V on some. Oh, they do have a lot of construction tech. That would be the dangers if they have Omega V on those ships. But I don't think they can fit an Omega V on a small or a medium. I hope not anyway. Because if they have 300 Omega Vs, then it doesn't really matter how many bases I build. That's going to be toast. That said, I should have the class 10 planetary shield by the time they get over there with any kind of luck. The other thing I need to check is to make sure that there's not more alliances forming against me. How close are we on planet? Okay, so planetology is almost getting close to halfway there. That's the other really big econ tech. That's why you really got to check to make sure. Why it's so important to have that scanner. All right, so we can build 3 bases a turn here, which means that we can get up to like, I don't know, 3 per turn, and there's 6 more turns. We can be up to like 30 bases by the time they get there. Hopefully that's not too scary. Oops, Ruxpin, no. Also, instead of relocating everything to Teddy, we should probably relocate everything to Picnic Basket. I think it's Alt-R shifts them all. Yep, Picnic Basket's a better staging ground. Oh, and we don't need to... You're still building bases. That's okay, though. There we go. All right, so we have 5 more turns to get this shield tech before we actually finish building a placeholder. We're at 6%. There is, well, so the scary thing about that is the AI does default a little bit towards whatever their most recent tech researched is, which would be, oh wait, that's right. Ruxpin was building bases because it was still about to get attacked. Kind of forgot about that. And right now their most recent tech is Omega V, so that's the trouble there. All right. Oh, never mind. It's no longer their most recent tech. It's now Gauss AutoCast Scatterpex 8. Wow. They got a lot of tech. They don't have a lot of planets. They have a lot of tech, though. I wonder if I can make a trade with these guys for something. Like atmospheric. They'd probably give me something good for atmospheric. I have battle suits, so armored exoskeleton's not that great. Impulse drives would sure be nice. Fusion beam would be nice too, if they'd be willing to trade that, because mass drivers aren't that good. A better battle computer would be nice too. Let's see if they'd be willing to trade. Those Klakon ships are moving at warp 1. It's true. Yeah, we have some, so like, I'm about to discover this, so I don't want to trade for that. The fusion beam would be nice. Yeah. I'll give them the waste cleanup. Yes, because I don't want atmospheric getting out there yet. So this is good. I can use fusion beam instead of mass drivers. I would rather have the fusion beam. It's my favorite weapon after all, along with megabolt cannon. Just because it's won me so many games. It's a better weapon. Not enormously so, but it's a little bit better. Did I give them a big improvement in construction tech? Not really. They had reduced waste 60%, so 40% really did little for them. So that wasn't bad to give that up. See if I can get something good from the humans. I'd love to get a better battle computer from them, because my battle computer tech's a little outdated. If they'd be willing to give me like BC5 for something, and they're so weak, I'd be willing to trade them BC4. Still better. Definitely not giving you Omega V. I don't want to give out... Actually, they're so weak, they won't do anything with atmospheric terraforming. So yeah, sure, you can have it. Use it to terraform your one planet, which isn't even hostile. The only thing would be another leader stealing it from them. Also, apparently Sydney sees someone outside. Alright, so I was able to get a better weapon and a better... Oh, and I need to up... Let's see, since I just got a report on these guys, let's get one with the humans now. Alright. So we're going to have an attack on Ruxpin this turn. And hopefully we're going to pop that force field tech in the near future for the upgraded planetary shields. Alright, so now we get a chance to see what's on this ship. Actually don't know. Oh, okay, it just has stingers. Okay, so the Sabertooth is irrelevant. It just has stingers. They can actually damage my shields because stingers deal 15 and I only have 10 points of shielding. But the minute I discover that planetary shield, then I'll be done with that. Alright, so yeah. Is firing at this ship, no surprise. So there's limited missiles on ships. So like they brought a 5 rack of missiles. They've already used most of them up. I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill this ship or not. I would prefer to get rid of the huge... I think that's going to kill it, so let's fire at this. This poor scout is dead, by the way. I'll try to retreat it, but I think the missiles are going to hit it and kill it first. Oh, it got out of there. Yay! Notice how slow the Hyper-Vs, the scatter packs are. Okay. So here we're just trying to scout what's on the Silicoid ships. This is my scanner. So let's see what they're actually packing. Alright. Nothing too scary. So they're using heavy fusion beams. That's not scary at all. They would deal damage right now to my missile bases, but with the class 10 planetary shield, a heavy fusion beam's not going to do anything. Doesn't do enough damage to get through. They do have a warp dissipator though, so I got to keep that in mind. But these designs are not scary. And check the planet. Yes, good call. So Merculites only 5 points of shielding. So they don't have any planetary shields apparently. Very lightly shielded. I think I'm gonna go send this over to check out the Klakon ships next. Alright. So apparently Smoky is the place to be. Apparently this is where everyone wants to be. It's where everyone wants to... place where everybody knows your name, I guess. Alright. Where's the Klakon planet? Get some reports on what's on these ships. Why not Ziost? Why Smoky? Whatever. They all want Smoky for some reason. All right, since Smoky is becoming so popular, let's give it some reserve spending because it's got a lot of ships incoming, and I don't know what's on those ships yet. Force field's at 9%. We've got 3 turns before our placeholder runs out. So I'm assuming that that I'm going to get the planetary shield done. It's true. They would be fine. They would do well against 10 points of shielding, but against 15, I'm counting this. And I probably shouldn't just count that. So let's shift a little bit more funding in that direction. Everything except planetology, because planetology's so key. Just emphasize that a little bit more, because we kind of need that tech to come in. In fact, we probably need that more than building these ships at the moment. So it's a little bit of a dice roll, but nope, didn't pop that turn. To 14% now, really 28%. Yeah, this will be, I'd feel a lot safer if that was finished by the time these attacks arrive. It's planetary ship, yeah. All right, 14%. So we're up to like 1/3 odds to discover that every turn. Similarly, let's have these worlds. Push tech a little bit more, so that'll give us 30% odds to discover between turns. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but we're... Oh, and Ruxpin can stop building more missile bases. Whoops. I'm just trying to keep an eye on diplomacy, too. So we got a current with these guys as well. They have to powered armor. Difficult to attack them in ground combat. All right. Next turn. Come on, tech pop. Nope, not that turn. So now we're up to 40% odds. That's going to come through. Fortunately, now I'm down to just 2 turns until these arrive. Poor little Smoky. Oh, now Ziost is being targeted too. Okay. All right, Ziost. Not as large of a fleet coming against you. Unfortunately, I'm almost out of reserve spending here. But yeah, we're up to getting higher and higher on that tech percentage. So hopefully we'll get... I mean, remember, I have to build the planetary shield too. Oh boy. So this is not good. We still haven't discovered that. I was kind of counting on that finishing. Well, we'll just have to meet the attack with what we've got. And hope it's enough. Not the greatest luck in terms of that stuff popping. We will have 33 bases, which is pretty good. But it's not. We're not going to have that, unfortunately. How close are we to finishing these placeholders, by the way? I just want to make sure no planet actually finishes one of those placeholder ships. All right, so they're allied with the merchants. This is not surprising. We seem to be in a situation where it's the 3 of us against those 2, or 4 of us against those 2. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you don't get... sometimes the stuff, you don't get text to pop. Like this is like literally 50% odds, but like we've had a whole... We failed a dice roll over and over and over again here. All right, well, let's see what happens. All right, Smokey. I mean, it depends on what's on these ships, right? So, yeah. This is not scary. It's the other attack, because I don't know what the Klakons are packing. Like, the mass driver is basically irrelevant. The Krakens are the only ones to shoot at, because they've got the heavy fusion beams. But, like, this is not that scary. Oh, they're just running away. Okay, so they obviously didn't even think that they could do anything here. This is the one. I mean, this might be nothing. It just depends what's on their ships. I don't know what's on them. Alright, the Pegasus has Fusion Bomb. So that can get through my defenses. The Cutlass and Horsemen are totally irrelevant. They just have pop gun nonsense. So this could be interesting, but Scatter Packs are pretty good against this. Let's hope it's good enough. We'll know when we see how many ships... this is not going to be enough. Yeah, they got this. Unfortunately, they were able to put it... Unfortunately, they were able to put fusion bombs on a medium hull. Always dangerous when the AI does that. The other problem is the shielding. Note that they have 4 points of shielding. That's trouble. Hey, buddy. I'm not done yet, Sydney. Okay? I'm not done yet. So this was me trying to scout what they have. All right, Scatter Pack. So again, it's the Pegasus is the only scary... The only thing that's actually scary. It was the 4... And they had anti-missiles. Didn't they have anti-missiles on... Yeah. Oh, geez. They just went straight for the destroy. They didn't even bother to invade. Normally they invade. By the way, I'm at peace with them. I don't know if you guys realize that. I'm at peace with them. Buddy, I'm in the middle of a game right now, okay? Now is not the time. There's no reason to just come in here and be all nervous or whatever the thing is. You are a good boy. I love you, but I am not done yet, okay? I am not done yet for today. Okay. Run along and play. You gotta relax, okay? It's only 2 o'clock. Okay, come on. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. So, the sad thing is, if I had the planetary shield, I don't lose that colony. We lost that almost entirely because we didn't have that planetary shield. Those extra 5 points of shielding would have been enough to save that colony. Yeah. It would have been enough. Okay, well, that's fine. What's a little planetary bombardment? Yeah, seriously. We are not at war. We actually are kind of allies here. So that's pretty unlucky. To have to spend this much on science and not have that come through is pretty unlucky. But that's life. What we need to do is... well, we need to chase them away and recolonize the planet, which we'll be able to do once we finish building a fleet. It was surprising that they just destroyed it. Normally the AI stops to invade, but apparently they decided to bombard. Maybe they just had enough fusion bombers that they were able to just straight up kill the world. Alright, he's really being bad. Sid. Sydney, come on, bud. Sydney, hey. Enough, buddy. Enough. You gotta relax, bud. Sorry about that. It's literally just someone walking around in the neighborhood outside. He's just very upset about Smokey. Yeah. All right. So we're going to need these ships to drive them off. So let's... Yeah, Udir's only 2 turns away from finishing its placeholder. As I said, that was kind of unfortunate. Go back to shipbuilding. Finish a ship. Chase them away over here. Get the planetary shield 10 up everywhere. Yeah, that was just kind of sad that the planetary shield didn't finish in time, despite spending outrageously on tech. As I said, sometimes that happens. We'll rebuild it. It's easy to rebuild ships in. It's fairly easy to rebuild ships in this game. Was not expecting one of my allies to just come over and casually blast a planet out of existence. All right. So again, the problem is those heavy fusion beams. If I had the extra shielding, I'd be totally safe. By the way, we didn't discover the shield again this turn, even though we are over 50% odds yet again. We've just like rolled snake eyes again and again and again and again here. That many heavy fusion beams. At least their attack level's fairly low. I think the Makos are the ones to shoot at because they have 5 heavy fusion beams as opposed to 3. So I think the Makos are the ones to go after. I wish they didn't have so much shielding. At least they're slow. Okay, well, so much for that. Alright, we did kill 2 of them already. After this, we'll fire at the other stack. Yeah, like I said, at least they only have 3 heavy fusion beams on those designs. I guess we should finish off this stack. Don't know if we'll have enough. Again, they would be totally irrelevant if we had. I think we have enough to hold on here. Again, yeah, we're killing them faster than they can take down the bases. But you can see why if we had 5 more points of shielding, they wouldn't be able to do anything. The critical importance of tech in this game, yeah. So they didn't have enough, but if we had, I don't know, 15 bases instead of 20, like this attack would have succeeded. Just need to get that tech finished. It's sitting at 52% odds every turn to finish. Anyway, so it was close. This was a close battle. I just wanted to kill off that last ship. It's probably a waste of time to do that. Should have focused on taking this down. So they're going to kill a few more bases, but they will not be able to get through. I have killed quite a few of their ships. It's hard to take down defenses with just beam weapons. Very hard to do that because they get halved against planetary shields. Also, the scatter pack Vs, which were great in the early game, are a little long in the tooth now. Oh, and there it is. Okay. Well, hey, better late than never, right? Okay. Go for class 7 deflectors next. All right. So let's get those missile bases up, right? How much damage did Zyos take? Not too bad. Only lost 1 pop in 5 factories. How long do we have for... All right, 2 turns. Fortunately, that is less than what we had there before. All right, let's get these up. Get these built. And then I want to make sure that I'm the one who colonizes Smokey. So let's get these built first. Let me, you know what, I can send these hard beams down to chase away poachers. It won't stop a dedicated fleet, but at least it'll stop a casual, someone from like casually coming in and poaching that. Anyway, so let's get the upgraded shields built everywhere. Like everyone needs a planetary shield. You can see how important they are. Wish that had come in a few turns sooner, as I said. Everything except Lima, which will keep research going for right now. Okay. And Zyos needs some reserve. I'm going to need to have some planet feed the reserve after this. In fact, I want to get that done. I need to get these done. Well, we'll have some planet feed the reserve because I'm out at the moment. It would be cool if the propulsion tech popped as well, just so I would be able to miniaturize it, but I don't really need that. We'll be able to refound that world, no worries. Yeah, so like here comes the AI trying to poach that planet. What the? How did I finish a play? How did I? Oh my god, where did I finish that? Who was building that? Oh my god, it was probably the tech miniaturization. Well, here's the one good piece of news. I'm going to get a lot of money in the reserve when I scrap this. But seriously, who finished that? Apparently it was Udir, but how? It must have been miniaturization causing that to kick in. That could have been a finished ship. This is the one danger, is you really have to make sure that that doesn't happen. Very annoying. So also, someone will be racing up to try to colonize this soon enough. All right, so Zyas will finish its planetary shield before these guys get here. The fact that it says two years means that it's going to finish it. Okay. All right, so did you finish yours? Yes, okay. So you feed the reserve just for a turn at least. Everybody else is pretty much going to need to finish theirs this turn. Outsmarted myself there, huh? All right, it says, seriously, you guys can see this, right? It says 2 years on the placeholder. All right, get them all up this turn, and then we can actually design a ship to replace the... Oh, and I don't need to field the reserve because I'm going to scrap that design and I'm going to get a fair amount of... Oh, at least I get a decent amount of money back from scrapping that. All right. So Zyos with the shield in place should be fine. Yep, see the 15 points of shielding? So now the heavy fusion beams will do nothing. Or very little, at least. Which is good because we did not have time to... finish building more bases. They might actually retreat now, yeah. I'm not surprised that they just decided to run because they can't scratch. What a difference the planetary shield makes, right? Between destroying a planet and just everything casually walking away. Placeholder shipbuilders didn't pause their work. Oh, that's not good. So someone framed us for a theft against the Meklar. Normally that only happens if the Darlocks are in the game. Here's the good news, though. We're about to be able to attack the Mercians, and by attacking them, we'll improve relations with everyone else. All right, so pretty much everyone... yeah, see, they're at war with the Mercians, so if we bomb the kitties, then we'll improve relations with everyone else. Wow, I have, like, spies with everyone right now. I might as well try to spy something from someone. Although I'm trying to see who I would actually have good enough tech to steal from. The humans, but I don't really want to bring them down on my heads right now. A little too dangerous in the current environment. This is a somewhat dangerous diplomatic situation. I don't want everyone at war with me here. Like, I love the impulse drives, but... All right, so I think we've got the... Did we get the missile bases built everywhere? Everywhere except Picnic Basket and Teddy are done, so they'll have to finish, but everybody else is okay. We're actually not being targeted for an attack anywhere this turn. Oh, this look okay. Well, this is fine. We'll be able to. We can just take this over from the silicoids. That's easily enough done. We're at war with them anyway. All right. So fleet. So we're going to scrap the placeholder. I think we can do away with the colony Tundra 2 at this point. I actually probably will need a colony ship to recolonize that spot. We can do away with the scanner as well, because these new ships are going to have scanners on them. All right, now it's time to design a ship that takes advantage of all the best stuff we've got. So, Battle Computer Mark IV, Class V shields. Unfortunately, Duralize is the best we've got there. Fusion. Do I want to go up to... Boy, it's expensive to do the extra move, but I think I want combat speed of 3. All right, so we want the battle scanner. It's pretty much always worthwhile to put that on. Okay, so we can fit a decent number of fusion beams on. And the Omega Vs. I want a decent number of Omega Vs because I want this to be good at killing planets. Go 15, and then we'll put the rest in fusion beams. Ah, no, not lasers. Lasers suck. Fusion beam. Here we go. All right, so we can fit 24 fusion beams. That's not a ton, but... Okay. And there we go. No auto repair, unfortunately. So this is our Fusion 4 gunship. All right. And we're almost done building a bunch of these. So, or I could build 300 scouts, you guys. Yeah, see, only 4 turns away from finishing this. So you guys, because I'm going to need at least some kind of gunship in this area, how about you just relocate to Ziost? I might need that to chase away poachers here. Only 3 turns for you. Actually, you go to max and minus. That's only 1 turn's delay. You do the same if you can get there in 1 turn. All right, since you can't get there in 1 turn, go to Ziost then. Okay. 4 barons. Oh, 600 scouts, you guys. That sounds good, right? We actually already have this one done. So let's not relocate this for now. And I'm going to send this down here to this spot. Use it to chase away and use it to recolonize that spot. Okay. Meanwhile, these other ships. So like we'll get that colony reestablished. So Udir was obviously the one that finished the placeholder. If there's anything good, we ended up with 1,000 in the reserve, but that was not a good use because we would have had one of those new ships like rolling off the line right there. All right, because like this is only 1 turn away. 9 turns. Picnic basket. Not a large. There we go. 3 turns. Okay. Let's get have all these ships roll off the lines, and once that's done, just double checking to make sure no one's attacking me. Yeah, we've designed a real ship. We have one of them for right now. If we can get, let's see, Kitty. What's her defense? So she's got against 10 points of shielding, or 15 points of shielding. I need a fair number of bombs to make this work. How large is the front Mercian colony? Here, Ukko. Only, okay, so this is kind of a spud world. Only 8 bases. Yeah, we can take that down without too much trouble. If we can get up to, we don't need too many ships to deal with that. So instead of relocating the picnic basket, let's relocate to Udir, because I think this is a better staging point. Because we're not going to Fieris right now. Never mind. Picnic basket's fine for over there. I was thinking about changing it, but all right. So we built 2 of them this turn. So where are they? So there's 1 here at picnic basket. The other one, I believe, is at forbearance. Yeah. Also, you should probably build some more bases, considering how popular you are as far as attacks go. And rebuild those factories too. Okay. So we also need a colony ship here, so we'll just design a quick colony ship. All we need is a normal standard colony base. Notice how cheap this is. Colony 4. There we go. So Max and Minus can actually build this in one turn. Yep, it's that cheap. Oh, or no, it can't apparently. 321. How much does this cost again? Feels like it's close to that. 292. Oh, I guess there's a little bit lost to. I guess there's a little bit lost to pollution cleanup. Yeah, it was that close. It only needed 20 more. All right, so Max and Minus will produce this. We'll recolonize Smoky. We're going to pour in population to get it up there. Unfortunately, the factories were all destroyed, but we can rebuild them. Oh, okay, here we go. So Kitty is going to try to take this. All right, so we're going to need more ships down here to chase them off because they're coming themselves. All right, nice. So we'll have 2 of these ships there ready when it appears. 3 ships because Pooh will be done by then. And I can probably relocate this one here as well. So we're going to reestablish Smoky. This is delaying our offensive a little bit, but I want to reestablish Smoky. And we need time to build up our fleet anyway. I think we're okay diplomatically. We're not that far away from the next election, but again, the Silicoids are not popular in this. Oh, they're allied with the Mercians. Oh, that's right, because I'm at war with the Mercians too. Again, the only thing that would be bad would be the Klakons going all erratic and declaring war. As long as planetology research finishes before the next election, though, we should be good. All right, there's the colony. Oh, I could have made it, you're right, I could have made it warp 3. I just always make the ship, pretty much always make the ships whatever the best cost, whatever the cheapest cost is. Okay, so they've got, okay, so I probably do need to build more bases here to deal with that. I've got the shielding, but I think some of those designs have death spores on them, unfortunately. Kind of a lot going on right now. All right, so back there, you can stop building colony ships. Yeah, so we've got the hard beams coming down here too, which again are not that great or anything, but they will contribute as we chase this off. This actually isn't that strong. It's just the saber-tooths, and if I remember correctly, they mostly have missiles. I think that they just have missiles for the most part. So we're being attacked anywhere other than Udir? No, not at the moment. Planetology is about to hit the percentages. Let me just run through my worlds real quick. See if there's anything that I didn't want to have happen. I guess Ziost is okay for the moment, because I do want to get more. All right, forbearance. Let's set that back up before I forget about it. So Pooh's going to be done with this. I wonder if I might want to put it on. I might want to put it on research after this ship finishes, just so I can make sure that the Gaia is ready after that. I did have a ship at forbearance. I did move that ship though. And Grizzly might go on to research after it finishes its ship. So Picnic Basket is about to finish one here too. Anyway, I think we're going to be strong enough to chase away the AI at... So this was what? This was Smoky? Oh yeah, the name is still Smoky. I guess that's one way to be able to change the name of a planet. Have your planet get destroyed and then refound it. Also, welcome Vandelf. All right. So now I've got that. Oh, now I've got an attack going to Teddy as well. Everybody's going to Smokey. Literally everyone is headed there. That's all right, though. Our fleet's going to fight them off. Okay, I don't think they can get through the shields for Teddy, but let's build at least a few more bases for safety's sake. Okay. So we've got a fusion ship here. We're going to move in there. Who is now going to go to do research for the moment? By the way, look at how my ship costs are eating up a lot of my income. How are we looking on tech here? I really want this to finish before the next council vote. I'd feel safer if it did. So now you can relocate to here. Smokey needs population, so let's do that. We're going to send a quarter of our... So let's see, this is... Zayast is... All right, so Zayast can send probably 10 million and regrow it instantly. Yep. Nexa minus can probably send 15. Looks like it might be able to do 14. Yeah. And forbearance. We'll just use one turn out of forbearance. 20. Should be able to do 20, no problem. Yeah, with a little to spare. And then I'll have Max Minus and Zayast fill it up next turn. All right, so we should be able to, hopefully we can chase off these attackers. We've got 3 of those ships that'll be there, along with the old hard beam nonsense. And it looks like the main attackers aren't coming in for a little while. Did I play Astra Exodus? No. Dial down force field. Yeah, you're right. I was overemphasizing force field because I was trying to get that planetary shield tech. You are 100% right. Oops, no, that's not the one I wanted to dial down. Come on. Okay, that's more like it. Good call. Thanks for the suggestion. And so we've got 10 turns until the next council vote. Again, I'll be against the silicoids. They are not popular out there. I should probably try to steal from Kitty because I've got like multiple spies just sitting there and they hate me anyway. Like a better battle computer would be nice. Impulse drives. Maybe one of their weapons. They do have pretty good weapons. Soil enrichment would be attractive, but I'm about to discover advanced soil, so that's not really needed. We might as well. It's not like they're going to annoy them any worse. They're already angry at us. And I think I've pretty much got what I'm pretty good vis-a-vis the Mechlars, who have been a good ally. A shockingly good ally in this game. All right, so here we are working to get back our planet. All right, so what do we have here? The Sabertooths, they've got those stingers, but they basically are out after they fire them. The Lynxes, I'm more concerned just because they have so many Merculite missiles. Turn off our missiles. Oh, they're actually not even firing at this. They're going after the other ship. So hopefully they just waste their missiles on the hard beam. Alright, so watch. I'm going to wait here so I can then shoot. Yeah. Then much more concerned. Yeah. Alright, so we'll blow up some of those ships. 2. Yeah, they're not even firing at my actual ship. And we'll get you out of here. Sometimes these old obsolete ships can be useful just as bait for missiles, like as you're seeing right here. Like the AI just wasted all their missiles on a ship that didn't matter. And maybe able to outrun those missiles too. Merculites are pretty slow. Actually, they ended up doing like 0 damage. We took like no damage at all, so... think we're okay. Bye. I don't even know if they'll stick around. Yeah, I didn't think that they would. I doubt we can kill that before they get away. No, too well armored. That's fine, though. All right. These guys are just going to retreat. Yeah, something tells me they're going to leave. Zayas, okay. Spies destroyed 10 factories. I hope this is not the Klakons declaring war. Yes, very happy with that. So I'm actually improving relations with some of these other civs or races by destroying, like by blowing up some of the ships. I'm actually improving relations. All right, so we did have some factories blown up there, but that's easy to complete. Oh, Teddy actually hadn't finished building the shield yet. I thought it had. Does anyone not have the... Okay, Smokey's the only planet. And Picnic Basket. Picnic Basket hasn't finished its shield either, huh? Well, let's make sure we fix that. Picnic Basket is probably small enough that it shouldn't build any more of these ships anyway. Because it's only 75 max. Did build one this turn, though. See, there it is. All right. So Teddy... 2 turns until they get there. We should be fine. I know it's on those designs. We should be fine. They're just heavy fusion beams. Ruckspin is in progress. Over there. Forbearance. Oh, it missed its it missed remaxing on pop by 1, but it'll finish on the next turn. So it'll just be right back to full next turn. So no big deal there. No big deal there. Okay, Udir can go back to building this. Udir has got plenty of bases, I think. I want to move this over to Udir, though, because I am concerned about whatever might be on those ships. Let's just move this hard beam down, because whatever. All right. Smokey. So Smokey will need to be pumped up with reserve spending. So it needs to rebuild its factories. All right, so it needs a total of 33 pop. I don't think I can get that this turn, but I should be able to do that in like 2 turns or so. Zayas needs to rebuild its factories, so let's not have Zayas do anything. And Grizzly just finished one of these ships. So it's sending this fusion over here. So yeah, we need to finish chasing away these guys, but that shouldn't take much longer. And once we do that, we can look to concentrate our ships and head for Ukko, which is not very well defended. Okay. Still hoping for Planetology to pop sometime soon, too. It's a very expensive tech, but we should probably scrap the fighters as well. They're probably just taking up space. I don't know. Keep them around for the time being, I guess. So right now, just rebuilding Smokey. With the ability to send in pop transports, it doesn't take that long. All right, yeah, you're a little overmatched there, buddy. Does have the warp dissipator though, so let's not take this. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna run, but just in case. Warp dissipator is not something you can completely ignore. Too bad we don't have the high energy focus to shoot at that. All right, Smokey. Yeah, okay. This world's being guarded. Yeah, sure. I'll sign peace with you. I'm not the one who's fighting. I'm not interested in fighting you. I'm interested in fighting the Mercians right now. They're the weak ones I want to go after. All right, Picnic Basket finished its class 10 planetary shield. Let's see where we're getting attacked this turn. Teddy and Udir. So Udir, make sure you've got the most up-to-date stuff. Same for you, Teddy. Get those 4 extra bases. Got a hard beam here. Lasers here. All right, that's headed there. Okay, is Smokey still being attacked? Yes, but 3 turns. Okay. All right, so max and minus, you send 11 pops, about what you can afford to handle. Yep. So if I put 11 from there, I would need about, I don't know, 8 from here. Just to make sure that's maxed out. All right. All right. And now, so now we'll just keep building up Smoky. It won't take too long. We just need to chase this off. This is not the strongest force. In fact, I can probably keep one fusion. I don't want to send like everything away, but I don't think I need to keep much there. Question is how much. Keep that many. Yeah, I'll keep 2 and 2. All right. So let's have you start moving up here. Okay, it was the same travel time anyway. Move them up to Udir for right now. Oh, we got it into the percentages, planetology. Nice. Yeah, making peace doesn't really help that much, but I'm just not fighting the silicoids right now, so. All right, let's see what we got here. Again, there's some designs here that I'm not as familiar with. All right, they're just stingers on everything. Okay. That's not that scary because they can't hurt the bases. Well, apparently they want to shoot at the fusion ship. Yeah, they can't crack the bases. So what do we actually want to get rid of here? The Puma's too well armored. Warcat is probably the best to go for because it only has 3 points of shielding. The Lynx is like irrelevant. Where is it? Mostly this is see how many enemy ships we can blow up before they inevitably retreat. Alright, they're doing enough damage that I want to retreat out of here. Don't actually want to lose that ship for no reason. This is the stack I've been trying to kill. I think they're just going to retreat as soon as... Oh, yeah, I'm not getting clipped, unfortunately, by these asteroids. I don't think these missiles are going to hit before they retreat, though. So that was largely inconclusive. A lot of shots fired on both sides, not a lot landed. Yeah. Okay. Human's not very scary. Also, hi Link Mario Samus. Alright. Wait, Zios didn't regrow to max? Oh, I guess I... Guess I didn't allocate spending right there. Oh well. Alright, Smoky. So Smoky goes back to max pop, but only has 25 factories because they destroyed all the factories. Would have been better if they'd invaded because then the factories still would have been there. But with reserve spending, we can get them back up fairly quickly. We don't have enough factories to try building the shield just yet. Alright, Smoky's the only place we're being attacked right now. Planetology slowly ticking up. Sydney is still agitated, unfortunately. Hey bud, you're fine. Try not to freak out. Alright, Teddy no longer needs to build bases. Go back to shipbuilding. Udir also does not need to do more of this. It can... Okay. Alright. So as soon as I can get these ships over here, I'm gonna launch an attack on Ukko. Because it's not very well defended. I'm pretty sure I can take it. I hope so anyway. So I haven't had a lot of success in stealing tech from these guys recently. Trying to think what I would take. Probably weapons. They have some good weapons. Like, I would love having stingers for my bases because some of these ships are too well shielded. Like, the scatter packs aren't doing a whole lot against these ships that have a lot of shielding. All right. So Smoky. I'm pretty sure what I have here is enough to drive them off. I sure hope so. Maybe I shouldn't have sent so much away. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure what those ships are packing anyway. I went through a lot of trouble to get this world back up again. All right, so what do we have? So we've got... How many? So I have 4 fusions there. And is that it? I thought I had another one in this area. Like, what do they have in terms of defense? They got a lot of missiles on those ships. I don't know if I have enough to deal with that just yet. I don't want to, like, send in a force prematurely and, like, have it get destroyed. That would be pretty bad. Probably better to have that go there. Yeah, it only takes 2 turns to get there. So we got Smoky built back up again. I hope that this is enough to stop these guys. We'll see. All right, let me just check diplomacy real quick because it's been a little while since I did. So they're still allied with the Mercians. Same as before, hasn't really changed recently. We're still, and we're 5 turns away, or 6 turns away from a council vote. Buddy, you gotta calm down, okay? You gotta calm down. I love you very much, but I am using the computer right now, okay? So what do they have? Oh, scatter. Ooh, scatter pack 8. That's not good. Fortunately, they are firing them at the other ship. I think they're firing them at the other stack. Hopefully those missile volleys will... Alright. Wow, we didn't do a lot of damage there, did we? But the good news is they'll be out of these missiles. So these ships literally can't do anything as soon as they fire their missiles. So that's good news. I think these might be sacrificing for the greater good here. That ranger ship is well armored. So, like I said, they're almost out of these scatter packs, fortunately. Nice. Fortunately, you can outrun missiles. This is why tactical combat speed is important. Scatter packs do tend to be relatively slow missiles. And that is how you defend a planet. That was closer than I would have liked. Also shows that these ships are not great in ship-to-ship combat. We just very slowly danced around. Let's keep this one ship here for the moment. That was closer than I wanted. All right. All right, are we being attacked anywhere else? No, we're good for the moment. So how many total ships do I have? I only have 5 of these fusions. That's not really enough to go on the offensive, unfortunately. Because, like, they're huge ships, but I really do need a few more than that. And I only have 4 over here right now. Just need to build more of them. Like, there's one that's almost done. Teddy's like halfway done one. Forbearance is almost done another one. That and wait for this planetology to pop. more range on my ships. Maybe I could actually get something useful for a change. If I sent those ships back to Ukko, would you beat Kitty's retreating ships back? Well, it's nice getting this to pop early on. Oh, cool. Well, this is what... So Stargates are nice. Stargates let your planets move between, but ion drives are what we really need. Warp 6, that's what we want. Warp 6 is really nice. Could I steal auto repair from Sullla? It's possible. Now I drew the Rebel event. At least the Rebel event is happening late enough that it's not that big of a deal. So this planet... And it's on a smaller world, too. So it could be a lot worse, but... I will definitely have to send Pop to regain the... What the... Oh no, I don't want ship relocation. Alright. So we have to reconquer the planet, unfortunately. 2 turns. Alright, we'll use these 2 planets. I hate having to use the artifacts world, but... It won't happen instantaneously. It's going to take a couple turns. But I don't want to use forbearance. Well, I should probably for 1 turn. Because I'm going to have to replace that population. Even though it's going to delay finishing this ship by a turn. Anyway, so Smokey doesn't look like it's being attacked right now, so let's send this forward. Anyway, at some point we will be able to go on the offensive someday. At least this is almost done. Might have to wait until after the next council vote, though. Like I said, events are basically never good. They're pretty much always bad. I have to invade my own world. It's true. Take it back. Stop the... Hey, there we go. That's what we wanted. All right. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to terraform with advanced soil. Get past this council vote. We'll stop at this council vote. And then next time, we'll be focused on attacking. So, it's 300 million BC to terraform. And, so we could go for waste cleanup, but waste cleanup is fine. Like, we're not worried about that. Let's go for terraforming plus 60. Another 200 million. Yes, our rebels have all of our tech. You do at least get to see ground combat. Unfortunately, we're just fighting our own people here. And they do get the defender bonus. So, don't expect much here. With this will not succeed for sure. I wasn't expecting it to. That's about what I expected. Have I ever seen the movie Stargate? I think so at some point. So what we want to do is we want to terraform right now before... I guess apparently this ship got squeezed out. Oh, you know what it was? It was miniaturization. All right. So apparently it was miniaturized enough that it got sent forward anyway. All right, so... Alright, let's just start with the home world. We're not being attacked anywhere, so Smokey... I want to keep working on this. So we do want to terraform this. Is it enough to get the Gaia transform? Okay, cool. So it's 300 BC. Transforms your planet into a Gaia environment. The base size is increased by 50%, and you get the Gaia population growth bonus afterwards. One of the best techs in the game. So, like, this will be worth 50 million pop on forbearance because it was base size 100. All right. So we have 22. Who's going to need to send more, isn't it? Stupid. Otherwise, we won't be able to take the planet back. So we probably will not be able to terraform Pooh between turns because it's in the process of reclaiming that. All right, I already did that planet. Max Minus is rebelling. Grizzly. Still, this coming in before the council vote is nice. I'm going to get a lot of population out of this. As I said, I think once this is done, I will no longer realistically have a way to lose the council. I think I'll have a 1/3 veto block after this. Oh, Picnic Basket actually doesn't have enough to terraform in one turn. I'm just going to send it a little bit so it can. There we go. And obviously it gets much easier to build these very expensive ships once you've gotten Gaia terraforming in place. Your planets are much larger. All right, I am not sending more population from the artifacts world, though. 2 artifacts worlds I'll have trickling research, so we don't lose out on what we have right now. Ziost can't terraform in one turn unless we help it out, as usual. Always needs a little bit of a helping hand. All right, so that should be everything. So we still have a little research trickling in, and 3 turns before the council vote. Yeah, this will give us a lot more pop. I was trying to see who's at war with the silicoids. All right, a lot of people at war with them. A lot of people at war with them. All right, pretty sure I pull the vote from the Mechlars, no matter what, or at least get them to abstain, which is all that I need right now. Okay. So far we haven't had much tech in stealing after that. Oh, so they have advanced space. That's right. Okay, so that must be why, because they got some more computer tech. I don't think I'll have much luck stealing from them until I get more computer tech as well. Probably not worthwhile to do this. Just keep eyes on the other races, kind of spying for right now. Like I said, the bears kind of suck at computer research. It's the problem with them. Oh, hello. Here comes an attack out of nowhere. This is the Klakons declaring war. Oh, no, never mind. It's me reclaiming. Max and minus. Seriously? The last dude killed like 10 people in a row? Yeah, we've been at war with the merchants for some time. All right, so now they've all terraformed. This will give us time to... So normally I would build the factories first, but I think I actually want to build the population first here. Oh, wow, that's a fairly sizable force there. Fortunately, we actually have our ships here that can go help out. Actually, I think they're all in range. Yep. But because we're so close to the council vote and I want more population, we're only 2 turns away, I think I actually want to grow the pop before I build the factories, which is very unusual. So let's grow as much as we can. 26 pop. Same story. So here's Smokey, the world we're still trying to rebuild. Oh yeah, it might as well do factories because it doesn't have the factories to grow population quickly. And Maximinus still needs to terraform because, of course, it was in rebellion last turn. Just needs a tiny bit more. There we go. And of course, we can get back to shipbuilding after we've finished doing all this terraforming stuff. Okay, so you actually, yeah. That's probably fine. You'll be at max pop after this. You need to build the defensive base. You need to be on defensive bases just because of that attack incoming. All right, Artifacts World. Same thing here. And the one person who's not going to do that is Lima, because I want some research coming in. We'll do that plus 10. So Ziost, which started the game at size 10, is now up to size 75. Not bad. Terraforming is good in this game. All right. So we still have a little research trickling in. And I think Teddy should be fairly well defended here. And we're going to get a huge surge of population in between turns. All right, so this is like the bulk of the merchant fleet here. But it's also like the bulk of my fleet here too. So what's actually dangerous over there? Nothing can really hurt the bases. So it's largely just a matter of the missiles. Is anything shooting at this? No, no one is shooting at my huge design right now. I think they're all targeting these weak ships. I think that this is what they're... Nope, they're not shooting at this either. What are they shooting at then? My laser ships? AI is pretty dumb sometimes in this game. Alright. Out of these, I think I go for the leopards because they only have 4 points of shielding and only 200. Although they do have high missile defense. Look at that, they've got a lot of missile defense. Yeah, but they've got those tachyon beams. They're probably still the best one to go after. Yeah, they're all shooting at the laser ships, inexplicably. Just completely ignoring my huge gunships. Oh, no, never mind. Now they actually fired. Well, let's shoot, and then we'll... Wait, no, I can't retreat if I shoot, can I? Because I don't have missiles on this ship. Yeah. The scout still over there. Alright, this is an interesting battle. I'm trying not to lose any of these ships because they can't actually hurt. I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible and get out. Okay, still not targeting me here. They really want to get this ship for some reason. Look at that, every single missile was targeted at that. Now, are they going to shoot at the scouts now? No, they are going after this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to kill what we can and then get out of here. Because I don't want to lose this. Although then again, most of these ships are out. No, the Warcats still have a lot of missiles. It's not worth losing a ship here for no reason. 1, 2, 3. Retreat. Goodbye to all those missiles. Alright, that should be it. So we killed it. We didn't really lose anything, and we killed a fair number of ships. Not bad. The wave of missiles. Yeah, the Mercians are very missile heavy. Alright, Maximinus now Terra. Alright, so a whole bunch of planets got colonists. Alright, so you want to see all my extra people? Yeah, look at this. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 19, 15, 6, 20, 25, 18, 13, 34, 27, 23. So that's worth a lot of population in the council, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. Yeah, so look at that population surging ahead. I'm pretty sure that's a 1/3 block there. Pretty sure. Also pretty confident they're not all going to vote against me, which is what would have to happen. Like, these guys are relaxed with me. I guess if I'm up against... The problem is it's a little tricky to tell if I'm up against the Silicoids or the Klakons. I think I'm up against the Silicoids, in which case I'm in no danger whatsoever. But, like... The thing that saves me is the Mechlars are probably going to vote for me. I can't imagine, or at least they're not going to vote for my opponent. Can't see them doing that. What was that? Anyway, all right. So let's finish maxing out pop on these worlds, and now we'll go back and belatedly do the factories. As I said, it's more efficient to do it the other way around and take advantage of natural pop growth, but You have to adapt to the circumstances, and the council vote means getting the extra populations better here. So this is Smoky, the world we're trying to build up again. Yeah, I guess I might as well. Pop's going to grow pretty fastly with the Gaia environment. So it grew 4 pop even without me doing anything. Max and minus, though, I am going to get the population up here because it actually has factories. All right, Grizzly. Get those last factories up. 33 factories a turn. Nice. Rook spin. That'll get you maxed out. You are Picnic Basket's already maxed out. Now just needs to build the factories, which will only take a turn or 2. Teddy pushed back that attack. Now it can grow a whole bunch of bears. Prove that it's smarter than the average bear. All right. Try to get everybody over to Picnic Basket again. Takes the hard beams an extra turn. Might as well send the lasers forward too. Why not? We've got them. We might as well use them. All right, so Teddy. Okay, so Udyr is already maxed out in Pop. Licky needs to do its factories. And Lima, let's get that Pop maxed while it also trickles research, just so we have something. I think that's it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I came up 1 short of a victory in the last council. I might be able to win in this one. That said, if I win in the council vote, I will continue to play on, but just note that I had the win. And in a single player game, I probably would have taken it, like a solo game. All right, so we're looking good. Like, we've pretty much protected ourselves against attacks. We've refounded Smoky, and now we're getting ready to take the fight to the enemy after we finish terraforming here. All right, council vote time. And oddly quiet, let's see. Klakon, opponent, or not, no, Silicoid. Silicoids. Okay, so let me see if I can predict how everyone votes. Silicoids vote for themselves. Mercians vote for the Silicoids because they're at war with me. Klakons vote for me because they're at war with the Silicoids. Humans vote for me. I think the others all vote for me, actually. We'll see. So, as predicted, at war with me, votes for the Silicoids. Votes for himself, of course. This is, by the way, this is not enough to block a win. If everyone else votes for me, I do win the game here. So, humans vote for me. I said I thought they would. Klakons vote for me. Neklar vote for me. So I win the game. So that's it. That's a 1 game right there. Now I'm going to continue playing on stream, but this is actually a 1 game because I'm at 27 out of 40. I also easily block anyone else from winning. Yeah, that's 67, so that's a win. So that would be the game. If I vote for myself, I win right here. Also, note that I predicted how every one of the AIs would vote correctly. It's one of the most... You really need to be on top of this. You need to know how they're going to vote so that you don't get caught off guard at the council votes. So we could just... we could very peacefully end the game here. We have not attacked anyone. We've just defended our claims. This could be a peaceful diplomatic victory. But we're not going to win that way. We're going to play on. At this point, it's almost impossible for me to lose the game because I have a veto block. I would have to lose planets and the AI grow larger. But I don't really see that happening because the dangerous part of the game is basically over at this point. I'm pretty much out of... I'm only getting stronger. The AIs have kind of stalled out to a certain extent. So we're going to finish building these factories. That'll take maybe 2 or 3 more turns, and then we'll crank up the warship and go for there. By the way, we're also reasonably close to finishing Auto Blaster. And that's going to be a much better attack than the Fusion Beam. It's literally triple the damage because the Fusion Beam's 4 to 16. Well, this is also 4 to 16, but it hits 3 times instead of once. And of course, miniaturization. We'll design another ship when we get Andrium plus Auto Blaster. Andrium plus Auto Blaster will be a much more powerful ship. Much more powerful ship. But that will come next time, next week. So we are going to save it here, and we will come back to this again. Good. Even though that was a relatively peaceful relatively peaceful game. In this session, it was very successful. We held what we had. We got way stronger while the AI largely stayed in place. And the Mercians are next. That will be the goal. Take them out. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope your weekend's off to a great start. And I will see you again probably next week on Friday. So until then, have a good one. See you guys soon. Take care.